The Triple B podcast is brought to you in part by Momentum Studios PDX. Momentum Studios PDX, providing professional audio services to the Northwest and beyond for 20 years. Visit www.zebdak.com. That's www.zebdak.com for more information. And by Big Box Toys and Collectibles. Visit bigboxtc.com for more information. And by support from listeners like you. Visit www.patreon.com/tripleb podcast to become a patron. And thanks again for all the support.
Why so serious?
Hey there, fellas.
And one lady.
Where?
She's watching.
She's in the corner.
Yeah, we got one.
Man, episode 99. What do you guys think about that?
99?
Whoa, there's a lot of pressure coming on.
Yeah.
Is there?
You feel it?
It's just a lot of pressure.
I know, because 100. You know what that means.
I don't feel like there's any pressure. It's not like we're going to do anything crazy.
No, and that's sad.
That is sad.
Because I remember so long ago us
So-
being like, ooh, episode 100, we're going to fucking go on
Right.
tour.
I think we should
We're gonna
at least
fucking-
get like some party streamers or like cap.
I mean, we still
Caps.
could do something cool. I don't know what.
some M80s, some fucking.
We could have a stripper.
We should just light fireworks off in here.
I'll talk to Zone, see if he can get one of his ladies to come dance for us.
Does he have a lot of
Ooh.
ladies?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Zone's in the field of having ladies now.
Zone's in the pimp game.
Really?
Just kidding. I don't know.
I
don't-
know, just putting him on blast on the podcast.
Yeah, fill me in, dude. I haven't talked to him. Like,
I don't really
in a
know.
long
You
time.
should talk to
No,
him.
come on.
No, but
Let's
I-
talk some zone.
No, we don't need to talk
It's all
his
good. He doesn't-
personal life
he
on
does-
the podcast.
He doesn't care.
I love
Zone just be having girls all around now. Like
which is tight.
That's
He-
fucking
I-
badass.
they come back to the building after hours and hang out, and he takes selfies with them and stuff.
Really?
He's like, here's
Like, and they like get naked and stuff.
I
Like,
don't know. I haven't been here for it.
I bet he's getting so many fucking blowjobs, dude. Once that dude popped his chair, dude, it's been over.
Well, maybe it might.
5,000
Some people might think it's inappropriate to speculate on his oral
Yes.
sexual activities.
Hey, perhaps he's a fine gentleman.
Hopefully he's strapping up, dude. You don't
double
wanna-
up, double
don't-
bag it.
You don't want to get that fucking perp on that. You don't
Hurt
want the-
perp.
You don't want to get that drip.
Well,
you know?
actually, everybody's got herpes now.
I
so
got
it's
one right
actually
now.
weirder to not have herpes.
I got one right now on my lip.
Hey Chase, happy birthday, man.
Herpy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Got it on my birthday.
Yeah.
So stressed.
it's
I
a
just got
herpy
it.
birthday.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Congratulations,
Hey,
you
man.
made it another time around the sun.
Thanks, dude.
I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah. Well, I got really good news, real quick.
You got really.
I don't want to talk about my job a lot and stuff, but
Yeah, you do.
I
It's fine.
had a 1:20 a.m. start time today, right?
1:20 a.m., which is awful. Nobody should.
And I
have
had
to
a
do
1:40 a.m. start time the day before that.
Not even God's up and doing stuff at that hour.
Nope.
It's been
that's
a
the devil's
weird couple.
hour.
It's been a weird couple days. Obviously, it was my birthday, and I've never had these kinds of crazy starts. And of course, they just happen on my birthday, right? Had to cancel.
And you're new. You can't be like, well,
no,
it's my birthday.
It's my birthday.
What up, Carl? By the way,
But real quick, I just
Carl's with us. Chase,
I have-
say hi to Carl.
Hey,
goddammit.
Carl, I love you. Happy
Don't
birthday.
brush him off like
I'm not.
that. I love you. Happy
all right,
birthday.
All right. I did a huge. I did a 3,000 yard pour today, which I don't expect you to know what that means.
I think it means that you poured concrete
But
throughout
it's 200,
3,000 yards.
250 trucks, balls
Wow.
to the wall. Everybody's working at this hotel on
For
the
the
waterfront,
weekend.
right?
In Vancouver.
And there's just two pumps going, and they're just spraying concrete for a shit ton, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, it was job 6 today. The order number was job 6, and the truck I was in only holds 9 yards. So
6'9". Is that what you're saying?
all
Job
day.
number 6,
Vibe-
load size.
Vibes all day, huh?
Job number 6, load size 9. It made me happy.
You
know,
deserve it. You deserve to be happy in or around your birthday.
That was
Yeah.
like the only thing that made me happy.
You're like,
today.
you got
That was the only thing?
69s in.
Dude, I mean, I got like 6 of them.
669s.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Well, why don't you then pull that a little closer to you and pull that paper bag up off the top real quick?
Oh.
Because this is my Minimal contribution.
Yeah, dude. You listen.
Shall I light it?
Light
for 'em?
it up, bro.
Yeah, there's two. I took a 1 and a 3, and I made it into a B.
That's so tight.
Turn it around so that the camera can see the B. Look
Hey,
at that.
Can I sing myself happy birthday?
They still can't see.
Sing yourself happy birthday.
Happy birthday to me, Triple B.
you.
Happy birthday to me, Triple B. Happy birthday to Pringle. Happy birthday to me, Triple B.
Is that the first time anybody sang happy birthday to themselves while nobody else joined in?
Like usually you do
It's
it
a
alone.
sad- it's
like
a
it happens
sad-
sad alone.
This is
but-
a saddest birthday I've ever
You
had.
forced that though. We totally would have sang happy birthday.
Oh yeah.
But you
yeah.
were like, I'm going in.
Yeah. Once I commit, you know me. Like
100%.
I get a thought and I run.
What do you think of the bee candle I made?
It's fucking awesome, dude.
That's creative.
It's awesome.
You should get into the crafts and start an Etsy page.
You know what? Sweet like candy.
Well,
Get in there.
you
Dip
don't
it.
have to eat now if you don't want to, but you're totally welcome to. I got some stuff here.
Oh, dude, you're such a kind spirit.
If
It's unreal.
There, I'll
No,
dish it up while we start the show.
yeah, we could eat some cake on air, right? You only have a birthday once a year, man.
I'll grab that first, and then this. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I had to
we,
cancel-
we eat on the air all the
I
time.
had to like cancel dinner plans and shit. It was just weird.
yeah.
You know? And I had to go to bed.
Well,
at,
you
like,
didn't know you were going to be working at 1:20 in the
I
morning.
didn't. I had no
They
idea.
just sprung that on you, which is bullshit, by the way. I say quit.
Dude, I'm over
I say
it.
you quit that job, that
just-
goddamn job.
I just gotta get the
Yeah, just go
CDL.
career moves.
Just
Fuck you.
Start a studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's
Yeah, can I
easy.
ride your coattails? Can I get some of your fucking clientele?
Yeah.
Can I-
Engineers Jay Springle.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you guys like to sound like a polka band? I know a lot about polka. You know? You guys into the Cleveland Steamers?
Welcome to the Triple B podcast.
Welcome.
I'm Zeb.
Zeb.
That's Abba.
Hey, dude, cut
Oh,
yourself a
That's
cake.
Chase. This is episode 99.
99.
You know what that means?
99.
It's like fucking means like
means we're almost
we're
100
almost
years
at
old.
100.
That's exactly what that means.
That's a lot of hours.
I mean, that means we've been doing this for just about 4 years.
That's insane, man. It feels like every bit of 10 years. I'm just kidding. Dude, that looks delicious, dude.
You just want that small
Yeah,
piece?
yeah. Come on, dude. I can't, I don't like to eat in public.
I don't want any, so don't serve me up.
Oh, don't be a pussy. Carrot cake, bro.
Yeah, I got carrot cake. I don't know if you like carrot cake. but
Duh.
that's what I figured.
Duh. It's cake.
I didn't get a birthday.
This is going to be kind of a loose episode, I think, because we don't really have
Well, we're eating cake.
a lot. Yeah, I mean, we have some stuff to talk about, but I think this is more about like friendship building
It's
More-
more of a exercise.
more than anything else.
True.
You should do this with your friends. If you're listening, you should once
Start
a
a
week,
podcast.
once a week or every 2 weeks. Not even start a podcast. Just get together with a few of your good friends and just shoot the shit.
I do
Check
have
in.
I do have an update of what I've been up to the last 2 weeks.
What have you been up to?
Well, since the last episode, you guys recommended pretty strongly that I watch the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which I hadn't yet. And so I've binged the entire 2 seasons that are out.
So you're
since
finished
then.
with season 2.
Yeah, and I'm fucking pissed off.
Wow.
I wanted to keep going.
Oh, so you enjoyed yourself.
I really fucking liked it.
You enjoyed the ride.
Rachel Brosnahan is fucking amazing.
How many
She
times
does
did you jerk off
so
to like
good on
Google
that.
images?
Not enough, that's for sure.
Like
but
at least
the-
a couple, right?
Yeah, of course. But the real star of that show, man, in my opinion, is Tony Shalhoub, dude.
Tony Shalhoub's
Oh
tight.
fuck, he kills it, man.
Oh, Monk?
Yeah, dude, and I love come on, I've loved him since the Wing days.
Yeah, what was his name on Wings?
I don't
Like
know.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
But
I don't
he was
think so.
great. So to see
Can you hear
him
me swallowing cake? I'm doing it like right on the mic.
to see
So
him
gross.
reprise himself in a comedic role and of that magnitude, the character is just so perfect for him. And I just really love that show. There's a lot of fucking subtle hilarity on top of the jokes and the way that they capture stand up. Even the Lenny Bruce sets.
I know,
that
right?
dude fucking captures Lenny Bruce so good. If you go back and watch the Lenny Bruce stand up, just really good all around.
Antonio Scarpacci, by the way, was Tony Shalhoub's name on
I was
Wings.
close.
Although what did bother me is that this chick is such a privileged person.
Totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that did make it a little difficult. I'm
Well,
like,
it's
you
the
know,
1950s and she's white.
right. And then
Or it's
struggle,
the
of course.
1850s and she's white,
Yeah,
or
the-
it's
19
Any time in history.
95 or 2005.
So
But-
it's like I understand the plight of the female comic, so I get that. But then it was also like, but the whole fucking wealth thing.
well, yeah, she comes from money. She's got a really good family
Mhm.
support system.
She's vain as fuck.
Like she literally doesn't even have to watch her kids ever. Apparently,
Yeah.
She measures herself every morning.
Mhm.
that's all you remember from the show.
I
isn't
know,
it?
which happens one time, and then they mention it again once.
I'm just saying, she does.
She has to look perfect for her husband. That was what it was about. It was about
right,
'Cause
and
she
that was
was
like
trying to
common. back
always
then,
being
right?
presentable.
I think
Because
it's
she would
common
like get
now,
up
too.
before he woke up and put on makeup and shit. What girl does that for like a husband, let alone like a boyfriend?
Well,
or some
my
shit?
girl, when that happened, was cracking up and was like, "Yeah, I used to do that for you."
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, "Huh?" I used
Dude,
to wonder why you
if
look
it's-
so cute.
If
in
it's
the
one
morning.
thing,
That's weird, dude.
an absolute truth
I've
is
never
that
had
we
anyone
only
do
know about women what they want us to know about them.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea this whole time. I was like, "Wow, she wakes up so beautiful," and then I'm like, "What is going on these days?"
Yeah, man.
Can I
Just-
can I show you guys something I got?
Yeah, please.
I was watching Unbox Therapy. If you're familiar,
It's like your favorite show.
uh,
It's not big.
Yeah, next to like Disney Channel.
yeah, all I watch is Disney XD and Unbox
Unboxing.
Therapy.
It's
So
true.
he did a review on this little. It's the world's smallest Bluetooth speaker.
Shit.
And how does it work?
Dude, it's tight.
Yeah. And is it expensive or is it reasonable?
Bluetooth device ready.
Do I cut out?
Bluetooth device connected.
How loud
Boom.
does it go?
Bump?
I mean, it's not the loudest.
Let's play some
Can
Weird
you
Al.
hear it?
Let's play some Weird Al.
The way that I can tell.
Can you play My
Can you hear it while
Mind
you're in the shower?
I think so. I haven't used
that's-
it in the
yeah, that's
shower.
like
While
a-
you're
that-
doing dishes.
That's a good test. That's a good
Those
test.
are the tests. Dishes and shower.
Yeah,
If the
because
music-
water will.
Water's so fucking loud.
It's loud, dude.
Quiet.
Fuck shit, biscuit, god damn it, I wish I was dead.
New Froggy Fresh, dude. Shout out to Froggy.
That's
Fresh.
pretty loud for a little guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
What's
fine.
his real name?
Tyler Cassidy.
Tyler Cassidy. Is
Dude,
that
Tyler
real-
Cassidy's killing it. Right
Dude,
now.
he is, man. Let's just jump into that.
He's taking it to a whole nother level.
And
Like
then
if-
it makes me wonder still if this is kind of a character. Like the evolution of Krispy Kreme is pretty fucking brilliant, man.
It definitely is a character, but
But I think it's more so himself than the other characters were.
I don't care. I mean my feelings right now.
Are you getting diabetes tonight? Is that the plan?
I do not give a fuck, dude. I didn't get any cake on my birthday.
So I was really glad that you put us back onto it because he's somebody that I haven't checked in on his career in years.
It made my birthday. I
Well,
was
he
li-
did that song. I don't know, earlier last year maybe. Well, your boyfriend's a bitch. He ain't shit. And that one kind of like went like like low key viral. Like
right.
900,000.
900,000.
Is that all it is? I thought it was like 3 million or something.
Maybe it's 3 million.
But then like I was over at Sleepy's the other night. Shout out to Sleep. from
Damn, really? How
Old
is he
Dominion
doing? I
Teacher
haven't
Rounds.
talked to him forever.
He's good.
I need to go.
But he made me watch the Louis C.K. song that Cassidy did.
which is really good. Yeah, I just love the style too. It's very
Well, he always wanted to be
Mm.
taken more seriously as a musician.
right.
Like he was getting on through joke raps and having the name Krispy Kreme.
But it was
he was
where do
also
you go
fucking
from there?
13 years old.
I don't think any of that's true.
15 tops. Krispy Kreme was young.
But
This
what
was, like,
happened to
years
Lil
ago, too.
Mike or whatever?
Moneymaker Mike.
Moneymaker Mike.
Oh, where is Moneymaker?
Dude.
There's actually also a video floating around on YouTube. Whatever happened to Krispy Kreme?
Right.
Or Froggy Fresh when he changed his name, whatever.
Yeah,
So
how are
It's
they
just
going to
rough.
do Where Are They Now in the YouTube generation of stars?
it's already starting.
Yeah.
Really? That makes sense.
I guess so. If a video came out, being like, what happened?
I didn't even think about that.
Well,
It's
I'm
too
gonna make
soon.
the What
but
Happened to
his
Moneymaker
Christmas
Mike.
song, come on, it's the best Christmas song ever made.
He's got some hits, man.
The best.
I mean, it's fucking top
I'd
three.
say Denzel Washington is probably one of the best rap songs about Denzel Washington.
Oh, definitely.
One of the best songs about Denzel Washington.
I mean, fuck.
I mean, how many songs are there about
Wow,
Denzel?
so fucking many. That's why I'm
Denzel
saying it's
Washington,
one of them.
best
It's hard to
actor
choose.
ever. He's so darn quick. He's so
Darn
darn clever.
clever.
I mean,
Quick
whatever. Yeah, you put any fucking pronoun in.
It
Doesn't matter.
works.
pronoun.
I don't
He's
know,
so-
adjective. Put any adjective in.
Pronouns.
Maybe a
you know.
verb. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
A
English.
word. Just
Yeah.
put a word in there.
Yeah, put a
Sneak a word in.
Word.
just pop a word in.
Plural noun. Doesn't matter.
I feel crazy. That bang fucked me up.
But yeah, so thank you guys for recommending that show. So that's why everything else you mentioned I haven't watched yet.
You know what's fucked up is like I do get a lot of recommendations from this show. Like
But
I'll
then
go
you
home.
can't remember them.
It doesn't matter.
Well, because that's like all we're doing is checking for stuff, and
And that's what, this is.
Maybe this is
I
what
mean,
this show is.
It is. It's a recommendation podcast.
Yeah.
It's
It should
people
be
listen
called-
to it so that they can, hear not only what we think about things, but it's also like, if your tastes align with us, then we're suggesting things you're probably going to like.
True. Well spoken.
Or you can just argue with us about how the things that we like are dumb and stupid.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't
and how
matter.
dumb we are.
'Cause that happens.
We are dumb, and
Oh,
we
dude.
are stupid.
I got an IQ of a bird.
But there's other people that are dumb and
Pigeon.
stupid
A
too.
dodo bird.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're extinct. Is that what a dodo sounds like?
We got Super Bowl coming up next weekend. What do you guys think about that?
I'm boycotting it.
So are you boycotting
I'm not
it?
taking a knee.
Which one? You're boycotting it. You're not taking a knee.
All right. I'm a human conjunction.
The
Confection
Patriots
of it.
I don't care for at all, and the Rams I don't care for at all.
Yes, I'm
either.
watching the Super Bowl. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I wanted to see Kansas City fucking win because
Yeah.
that quarterback's such a savage. But
Mahomes.
he went up against fucking Tom Brady. What the fuck you gonna do? You don't fucking win 19 Super Bowls for no reason.
Yeah, you got a point.
And
you
what's
know?
the whole thing about?
And
the,
he gave him an honest fucking game. That dude got as close as he could get to winning a fucking, to going to this fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it came down to a coin flip. They fucking lost it. Tom Brady took the fucking ball down the field. Game
and it's
over.
fine because this dude is getting a huge contract and he's gonna be fucking hooked
Might
up
be the
for
first,
next year.
like 2 million. No, hold on, 200 million.
Are you talking about
The Kansas City Chiefs
okay,
quarterback,
yeah.
young guy. He's like young Russ.
Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes?
He's a weird looking dude.
He is at least a year out from getting a contract, I would
You
think.
think?
Yeah.
I heard he's going to be the first player in NFL history to get a $200 million contract.
I thought, what's his name? Garoppolo got a huge contract.
Garoppolo
right?
did, which was so stupid.
Oh yeah,
Why?
that fucked us.
Dude, they're giving guys like
'Cause he came in
Garoppolo.
and fucking smashed every game.
I mean, do you guys want to talk some football here? Do you want to get
on, dude? Yeah, we're
because
even
okay,
the
so
Super Bowl.
I mean, I'm
Let's
an
do it.
idiot.
I don't know a lot.
There's this-
but
I
yeah.
just win fantasy football.
There's
without
this-
watching.
Unbelievable.
there's this huge debate going on right
and you
now
didn't even pick a fucking
about
player.
whether you should pay big money for a top quarterback
Uh-huh.
or if you should just draft a quarterback and pay money all around him.
Yeah, you should be paying money on your line. I think fucking.
Because if you look at it, guys like Mahomes, Jared Goff, even Russell Wilson, he won the Super Bowl on his first contract, so
Right.
he wasn't making big money when he won the
Right,
Super Bowl.
Right, but then they pay
He's
these
all
guys
hard.
a ton, and then they're the ones that probably aren't even getting injured the most. They're probably at the least risk of injury. They're a big part of the team, but also like I've always hated how the quarterback is like the center star. Like yes, they're having control of the football and they're very important, but every other piece has to fall into place as well.
Every play is
Like,
orchestrated by a quarterback.
I mean, every once in a while you strike gold and you get yourself a quarterback that makes everybody around him better,
yeah,
right?
right.
But that's not most quarterbacks.
And that was like
Brett Favre, bro.
that was like the Garoppolo thing where they thought that, oh shit, we hit money. He's raised morale of everybody, and now the team's gonna fall in line.
No,
I mean,
everybody
he
else
still could end up being the guy they want him to be. He
Yeah,
obviously had his season cut short by injuries, but you never know.
Yeah.
Russell's going to get another contract probably this offseason.
He
Yeah.
will, but poor guy just needs a better fucking surrounding team. You know, He's just-
that statement. The Seahawks need to fucking invest in some fucking linemen.
yeah, exactly. Because I'll tell you, my first year playing football, I was a lineman, and that shit is hard, man.
I think
Every
I was a
play.
lineman for one practice. and
Every
I was
play.
like,
I think that
no way.
the Seahawks lines are pretty good right now,
You
offensive
think?
and defensive lines.
Alright.
Yeah, I think they can use some help on the D line. They need a pass rusher,
Yeah.
but they had the number one rushing team in the league last year. Like, you don't do that with a shit offensive line.
It's true.
So,
It's true.
um,
It's just I don't know, man.
so here's what we got. We got both schools of thought in the Super Bowl. We got Jared Goff
Right.
playing on his first contract.
Right.
The Rams went out and they spent money all around him, brought in big time players on defense, and Ndamukong Suh, what's his name? Talib Akib, I don't remember his name, whatever his name is. Marcus Peters.
Right.
Offense, they got Todd Gurley, arguably the best running back in the league, and so they have a quarterback who may not be the best quarterback, but he's good
But
enough.
it's good. Yeah, obviously.
And
Good
he can
enough
get
to
the ball
to
to his
the person.
playmakers.
Yeah.
And then you got the Patriots, who
Dynasty.
obviously have been good forever.
Yeah.
This is like we've never seen this before in the NFL. I mean, maybe in the 70s there was the Steelers.
But
and
5 Super Bowls, isn't it?
this is the 9th Super Bowl.
Right,
that
but
gone
they've
to.
won 5,
6.
right? 6. Holy shit.
6'9", bro.
It's true, man.
All right.
And they've been
Mm.
they've made the playoffs every year, but the one year that Brady got hurt, and they still won 10 games that year.
Right.
Just missed the playoffs. Like, it's unbelievable.
It is
Tom Brady's
crazy.
40 years old.
And but one thing Tom Brady did was took less money to help the team.
Right.
You know,
just pay me this
As much as I want to hate the Patriots and shit, Tom Brady is a bad motherfucker. Like,
It's
he really is.
crazy.
He's all heart. He really gives a fuck about this shit.
He does, and he's proven beyond pretty much the shadow of doubt that he's the
like
greatest of all time.
Of all time.
It's crazy, man.
It's weird.
I
yeah.
know, because I want to hate him.
Right. Right. of
So I don't know.
course.
I don't want the Rams to win. I don't like the Rams. They're in the NFC West with the Seahawks. They're a rival.
You know what?
They're a
There's a
rival
part of me
team.
that's
They
like,
left
fuck it,
St.
give the
Louis.
Patriots another one. Just whatever.
I feel like the NFL wants their LA teams to be good, which also bothers me. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, fuck you.
It's because there's so many people that a good LA team would mean fucking so much money. Obviously,
We
Yeah.
got 2 fucking teams.
Good.
San Francisco.
I know, but if
What the fuck?
the people, the
Plus San
community
Diego.
aren't backing it,
There's like
There's no
4
San Diego anymore.
There's like 4,
unfortunately.
3
There's no-
NFL teams in California.
Well, there's
alone.
4
Yeah.
in California.
What the fuck?
One of them's moving out.
That's bullshit.
The one that was in San
Well, they're
Diego
going to Vegas,
is
right?
in LA now.
Right,
The
right.
Chargers are in LA. So there's 2 LA
The
teams.
fuck? Why did they need 2 fucking
When I was a
LA
kid,
teams?
when I
That's
was a kid, when
ridiculous.
I was a kid, there was 2 LA
is
teams.
huge.
It's fucking not
There
that
was
big.
2 LA teams when I was a kid.
Yeah,
The Raiders and the Rams.
right.
And then the Raiders moved back to Oakland.
Ramathorn.
The Rams moved to St. Louis.
Right.
And then there was no teams in LA, and nobody in LA cared.
They didn't give a fuck.
They didn't care when they were there. They didn't care once they were gone.
I mean, the Rams, with that coach, he's like the youngest coach in fucking NFL history.
McVay.
He's like 30. He's my age.
His
I
girl
think.
is so hot.
Oh my god, dude, that
It's
guy
ridiculous.
is balling, dude. Like Jesus Christ. But he's a bad motherfucker, and he clearly is like. I think that's kind of cool. A young coach who can connect with young players. These guys are young. Tom Brady is a rare fucking thing. 40 years old, you might as well be 80 in the fucking NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, how his brain is not completely mush. Is
These
pretty
fucking
insane.
he's smart, but these dudes are fucking 20, 21, 25. That's young as fuck, dude. Your frontal lobe isn't even formed yet. These guys are fucking, fucking.
And to athletically compete with them is fucking insane, man.
They're
I mean, I'm
savages.
30 years old and I look at fucking 26
They're gladiators. They're modern day fucking
whatever,
gladiators. They're fucking alpha as alpha can be.
So let's just get this out of the way then. What's your prediction?
Patriots for sure.
What kind of score are we looking at?
I think it might be a blowout.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think.
Do you think the Patriots are going to blow out the
I
Rams?
think they will.
blow them.
What do you think, Abba?
I think it's going to be closer than that and low scoring. I'm going with a 6 and a 9.
Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. No fucking extra point.
I think it's going to be 66 to 99.
Actually, we'll say
It could be a really
I'll say
high-scoring game.
16-29.
But whenever the Rams score, Brady's gonna go and score. That's just
it's
what he-
going to, yeah.
that's what he does. Like it's like, well, all
The,
right.
the NFL wants a shootout. They didn't get shootouts for their championship games.
You're right.
Neither
Right.
of those games were the shootouts that
And
people were kind of expecting them to
well
be.
could be for sure. It could be a really high energy, high scoring game, which would be cool. I'd be down for that.
I think it's an absolute shame that Drew Brees didn't get in.
Yeah,
It should have been him versus Brady.
yeah, I agree. It would
Have
have
a
been
goat off.
fuck yeah. But dude,
And they got robbed. They got so robbed.
that fucking play.
That was horse shit.
Yeah, what's this deal with them with the NFL getting
They
sued
missed
and
the
stuff?
play. They missed the play. That's what they said. The refs missed it.
They clearly missed it.
And
I
then
mean, it was-
who's suing them though? I saw that. they're getting
fans.
sued.
I think there's fans
Oh,
that are
that's
suing.
okay.
Like, eh.
Yeah,
Emotional
it's-
distress.
I mean, the
It's
Saints
fucking-
owner did make a statement talking about how the way that happened basically it hurts the quality of the game.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's the most blatant fucking foul. I mean, they called all these fouls all year. The craziest calls on some of these plays. You nick a quarterback, right? You
Right,
fucking.
and it's all up.
Yeah.
Brady got one of those. Got the roughing the passer. The guy didn't even touch him.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. It's
Wow.
weird, man. I'm not the biggest football fan, but it's definitely it's a different game, right?
Carl says Patriots 21-17.
I like that.
21-17.
Carl's probably right. He's a smart.
16-29, man.
He's a really smart guy.
So everybody's picking the Patriots.
Yeah.
I'll say Rams.
You gonna go Rams?
16-29.
You going
yeah.
Ramathorn?
16-29.
Yeah.
You always say the bigger score first.
29-16 Rams. Dude, I don't watch
Yeah, who
sports. My
cares?
favorite sport right now is the Titan games, man.
I really want to watch
The
that.
Rock.
Yeah, dude, have you watched it?
Yeah,
No.
no, but
Dude,
I
it's
know
kind of
awesome.
badass.
I know it
because
is.
All the fucking obstacles are like, it's like some like Gladiators meets God of War shit. It's all like, use this beam to fucking break
Fuck.
through this thing. And all these strip people versus each other, like
Yeah.
strength tests and stuff.
Really?
Like, putting the human body versus the human body like that, it's brutal, man.
Oh.
But it's pretty cool because there's a male winner and a female winner every game, and then they're gonna have they're gonna be like playoffs in a championship. and stuff. Yummy.
Wow.
I just fed Av a cake.
Nicely done.
And then my other sport, UFC. Did you watch the Dillashaw?
Sure
Cejudo?
did.
Holy shit!
Well, I fell
man.
asleep right at the main card.
Well, it
But
didn't last long.
I watched it the next day. It lasted 20 seconds.
How'd you feel about the call?
I think Dillashaw could have fucking defended himself. He's a bad motherfucker.
But he wasn't, which is
he
weird.
wasn't. It was weird. It was all.
But
it's-
I don't think he
it's one of those.
expected to get rocked so quickly.
He got himself in a real pickle. I'll say that cowboy fight was fucking awesome.
That was the one that I tuned in late.
Didn't
to.
Greg Hardy fight?
Yeah, football player.
Oh yeah,
ex-football player.
I
Dude,
don't
that was a
remember.
fucking good fight too. But he got rocked, man. Just definitely.
That will happen.
He's a
Or
puss.
he didn't get rocked. Sorry. No, that was super fucking crazy. He actually
I don't
rocked
remember.
the dude, and then he fucking illegally kneed him in the fucking side.
He
of
got
the head,
disqualified.
dude.
really?
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Fucking.
need a broom.
It was like, dude, you didn't need to do that. But then I understand it's got to be so hard, especially as a newcomer, when those adrenaline is going and shit, and you got somebody right in your fucking target that you
Yeah.
can just pop.
Animal instincts.
Yeah, and he said, he's like, well, I thought his hands were coming up. I thought he was getting up, like, so.
It's a lesson learned.
Yeah, and I mean, they threw him up there, high rank, on that fucking fight card with very little experience, so.
First, got him to the show.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm rooting for him to
Shit's good
fucking
having another bite.
come back.
Let's
and
eat that whole
improve
cake.
himself.
Me and you.
We'll try.
There's a lot of cake left.
Ain't nothing, dude. I could.
Only
if
if
I
we
was
can
in private,
feed each other.
I take that whole thing down.
Here, let's get
Double.
Jesus.
get baby a bite.
Oh, look at you guys.
Hey, old birthday boy. Which is a weird, awkward silence for the listeners.
Yeah, but for the viewers,
It's fucking magic.
Cake tastes so much better when it's fed to you by a grown man.
It's just
Yeah?
true.
Yeah, it feels
you got a little
pretty good.
glitter action on your face too. That's pretty tight.
Hashtag daddy issues.
I see it sparkling every once in a while.
I'm glowing right now, huh?
You are
Carl wants to
sparkling.
remind us that the Royal Rumble is tomorrow.
Holy shit, it is.
Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, Carl, I need your password. See if he'll give it.
Hey, Carl, what's your password?
I know it's.
Who's hot in the fucking in wrestling today?
Well,
Nobody.
I mean, I haven't fucking even checked in on it. in a
Tatanka's
couple
going to be
years.
in the Rumble.
Tatanka?
Sheamus got all jacked. He lost a bunch of weight and he's like super shredded right now.
He lost weight. Did he? Was he ever?
He was kind of pudgy.
Was he?
Yeah, he was just a thick boy. I mean, obviously
Really?
not fat, but he was kind of pudgy. If you go look at before and after,
Wasn't
dude,
super
he's
lean
like
in tone.
he's lean as fuck
He
right
trimmed
now.
up, huh?
He has a web series and he had like John Cena on, and they were like working out. John Cena's the funniest dude ever, dude.
The funniest dude ever.
I think
Dude.
John Cena?
I'm a huge John Cena fan, dude.
He seems funny.
He's just like a weirdo. He's like totally weird and like.
Dude, I think
jacked.
that's a wrestler thing. I think
Yeah,
they're
they're
fucking weird.
Did you
man.
know?
Weird
Oh
and
shit!
jacked.
What's that dude? Dirk Ziggler?
Mark
Dirk-
Wahlberg?
No, Ziggler.
Oh,
Ask
Dirk
Carl.
Luke?
Ziggler.
No, Dirk Ziggler. It's like Ziggler. Fucking ask Carl.
Zach.
Zach Ziggler. Doesn't matter. It's whatever, dude. Dirk Ziggler. He's got the hair and he's kind of a sexy
Dolph
boy.
Ziggler.
That's it. Dolph Ziggler. He's a fucking stand-up comedian.
Really?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, I don't know if he's any funny, but you go to his Instagram, because I just started following a bunch of wrestlers on Instagram this last week. I just like, fuck it. You know what I mean? You don't want to suggest.
Fuck it. That was your decision. You're like, fuck it. I'm going down this rabbit hole.
Because I've been watching like Sheamus videos and shit lately. But like, dude, once you like, you know, like Instagram will give you suggestions, and you just start power following, pop, 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 pop,
No,
just
I've never-
rapid
I've
follow.
never done
Pop,
that.
pop, 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 pop. You know what
How
I
many
mean?
people do you follow on
Like
Instagram?
a lot, almost 2 grand. Yeah, I only have like 500 followers. I think that's a bad ratio.
You have
I
500
mean-
followers though.
Like almost 600,
Not bad.
599.
Not bad.
I only get like 10 likes on my shit though. 100 couple.
Yeah, well, you're a
30 views.
victim to the algorithm.
Yeah, man, that algorithm will get you.
What the fuck, right? Rob Sonic was talking about that algorithm the other day online. What is it? What was he talking about?
What's the algorithm?
Yeah, what does it mean? They
So-
trying to hold you down, right?
Yeah, well, so the way the social networks work now, it
Okay.
used to be just a stream.
Okay. Yeah.
Somebody posts something, it pops up and you see it. Now they use based on like who you visit or who you interact with to decide whose stuff you're going to see.
Okay.
Facebook does it, Instagram does it too.
Really? So my
Even
feed's,
Twitter probably does it too. I
so
don't
my
know.
feed's being narrated.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the whole thing about Facebook.
That's why it's all drum videos and a couple fucking big booty titty girls.
And that's the big thing that came out with
That's all it is,
Facebook, where
my
they
feed.
found that they were doing a social experiment by manipulating people's timelines to see how they like personally reacted, like their emotions and stuff.
Whoa.
Because they can manipulate your emotions by constantly showing you, you know, different things.
Well, that's why I got
that'll
off the
invoke
book
certain
a couple
way.
years ago.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how about the whole Covington kids thing this past week?
Fill me
Uh,
in. I don't know what those
You know,
names.
really interesting, and I don't. It's
What's
tough
up?
Dude,
to
my
Let's go. I
Facebook
don't know what it
was
is.
my Facebook was
Kraken.
What's a Covington kid?
No, you know, didn't you see the video about there was a Covington Catholic is a Catholic
Oh.
school.
the Native American dude with the drum, and then
I
the
know all
the,
about
the,
it.
Make
the,
America Great Again.
My trainer was
the
really
Brad
upset about it.
the
but
Brad
you
that
know
was
about the
staring at
whole
him.
unraveling.
I think he said like we should just kill some of those kids.
But see, then there's the unraveling of the
I was
story.
like, I don't think that's like.
because it goes multiple different ways. So that they were getting harassed,
They got a
but
publicist.
they were harassing people,
Right.
And they were getting harassed. And actually, if you watch the video, the drummer walks up to him and gets in his face.
Okay.
So there's all these other. There's a bigger issue here of how we perceive media and how the media shows us.
They could spin it any ways though, like some Trump supporting white fucking rich kids.
I mean, that's what they were though.
And that's
Yeah, oh,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
is that
yeah.
the bottom line is
Bunch of
that
shitheads,
smirk
you know.
was that smirk just shows that he's kind of a piece of shit. The fact that they were there wearing those hats and engaging with people in this way, there weren't.
They were trying to be intimidating, and I saw a couple of them carrying around big old 2x4 looking like sticks or something.
And
like,
there's that video of the girls that pass by and they start yelling at them and shit. And like
There's just
so-
shitty kids being
Yeah,
shitty kids.
Yeah.
In a new world of shitty kids.
And we
Like,
can't necessarily expect a group of 16-year-old
I do
kids
not
to know
want
how
to
to
defend
act.
these fucking kids by any means, you know, whatever. But they're fucking kids. And you know, like even you're a product of your environment, obviously. Dad probably comes home and says, you know, build the wall and fuck all the, you know.
And you're like, okay, I guess that's the perspective.
Right.
That's my viewpoint. You know,
But it also, you know, this rebellious thing. It's when you're a kid, sometimes, you know, you want to play that card a little bit. Even you don't understand it, but make America great again. It's going to piss people off, dude. We're gonna fucking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just a shitty kid thing to do.
It
oh
is.
yeah,
And
because it's like
you
I know my.
and I'm guilty of it, not in like a hateful way, but like, you know, you know, I don't need to talk about my childhood, but just the rebellion versus like, you know, I don't go hunting, you know, I don't drive a big old truck, you know what I mean? I don't got a dip
Right, it's
in,
different
you know?
forms, and it's just I don't know. It's an environmental thing. Like my little brother and his fucking friends, like they're good kids, and they don't actually have these perspectives, but they'll joke about these things,
And they'll
you
say
know,
the
and
N
they'll
word when
think-
they're playing
they'll
video
think
games
it's
and shit.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
maybe.
definitely. That's like big.
Luckily, my little brother's much more Mexican than I am,
Right,
so
right.
maybe in his circles gets away with it. But yeah, but there is that whole element of it of just like the funny, just fuck it type of
Right.
comedy.
And
guess. Like they see comedy in it,
Right.
but it
Look at
comes
these
from a
fucking
point of
asshole
privilege.
fucking look how mad I can make this fucking grown up.
Right. So, but then
Acting
that's
like
the
a
thing.
child
It comes
online.
from a point of privilege.
so
of just being
offended,
like,
you know.
your life is easy, so you
Right.
act out.
Yeah. You're in the suburbs. You're bored. You're gonna say some shit. You're gonna rattle
But
some feathers.
regardless, like I was pretty upset at these kids. Like I think it was just a shameful moment in America currently.
It's all.
But then
shameful.
the whole unraveling of the story and the different perspectives is interesting. I knew that was going to happen because nothing is as it seems.
Right.
But it's just
I mean, the whole thing was kind of used as a way to get people fired up on both sides, which they do this all the time.
Yeah.
I got a message from Nick Rudy. Hold on.
so it was pretty.
We have to
big
hold
news.
on while you.
And then the news moves so fast. Fucking now Roger Stone's indicted. Now the government's back.
The government's
on.
back. Shutdown's over.
And you feel it.
The government's shut up now.
Shut up. Shut
Is
down.
that the
shut
opposite of a
up.
shutdown?
Yeah.
God, I'm fat, dude. It's
They have
crazy.
shut up, I guess. Which, some interesting things and perspectives came
Guess
from
when you're
that
just eating
too.
Cake.
And you look at the current Congress and Senate, like it's gonna get fucking interesting over this next year. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
I hope it's Mugshot City. That's what I hope.
It looks like it's gonna be that way.
The Oliver Stone shit.
You have Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone
Fucking.
Gonna make a movie about it one day.
What else? Dude?
probably will actually.
What? Fuck, dude. Trump, man. This shit's weird. I mean, obviously the shutdown is down for a few weeks. I don't know what the fuck that means, but like, all I've heard, I haven't had time to read my fucking Apple News feed, but
You better watch how
the
Apple's curating the news for you.
I know it's pretty fucking left. I'm cool with that though. I don't want to be a racist. I don't want to be a fucking.
Getting accurate news doesn't make you a racist.
Yes, it does. Everything makes you a racist, bro. You're a racist. You know why?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, dude.
No,
No, I'm not.
no, I'm not.
I'm not a racist.
No, and that's the thing is that everybody's racist, dude. I'm good friends with fucking Middle Eastern people that are so racist.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
friends with Asians that are hella racist. Like everybody's got a little racism in them, and fucking that's just how it is. But it's
You just talk some shit about each other.
And, but that's the thing is kind of opening up and breaking down these walls of real hateful fucking racism. Like
Yeah, this
that's
black and white thing is
Yeah.
such bullshit. It's
and
stupid.
and it's crazy, but
It's silly. It's silly to be so fucking scared.
it is, and it's just insane how long we've lived with it. That it's just existed.
All right.
throughout our
Speaking
history.
on trigger warnings, what do you feel about this Killer Mike thing?
Is it called trigger warning?
trigger warning,
Yeah.
yeah.
I only watched the first episode.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched a few episodes.
It's fun, man. It's silly. It's very out there, and it's lighthearted. Like
I like it.
you can't
know.
he's just pushing boundaries, and I get it. I guess he originally did it on FX, and it was way more polished and way, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm glad he went Netflix. And then obviously he was just on Rogan. I don't know if you guys listened to that, but it was a great fucking interview.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
do
a
wanna
cool
hear
dude,
it.
man. I've
He
always
is
been
an
a fan.
interesting guy, and I don't necessarily agree with all
course
of his
not.
political
Of course
stances
not.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
But he has some interesting perspectives, and he adds a little flavor to it for sure.
The first episode was the one where he decided to go 48 hours
Yeah, just
only using
Black.
owned or black made products.
right.
I do think it was interesting. Everything felt a little staged.
It definitely was
Um,
because I think that the moral of the story really is there that it really can't be.
But I don't
done.
know.
Yeah.
Does what he did there make it? I guess he's bringing awareness. But what does it improve any? Does it help really?
Well, I think
any
the
of
fact
the
that he's
situation?
that
Well,
he's
if you-
bringing up brands, he's brought up that website where you can go and order things.
There's
and
certain things.
So
yeah.
I think that it does come across as hey, if you're interested in supporting the black community, or if you are looking for ways to here's a little thing that people
Yeah,
might
you
not
can
think about.
go online and buy your detergent, buy a black-owned,
company.
right. If it's
versus Tide.
available.
And I thought
It
that,
is. You can get it online.
thought
All
that
this
the
shit's
whole
real.
points about the
I looked
kind
it
of
up.
I mean, some of it. There's
Yeah,
a lot of that
and
stuff is local.
The Crypto-Cola
Right.
thing, that's real. He created this soda company, with Crips, and it's fucking awesome. It's rad. He goes to a trap house in Atlanta, and it's what the fuck?
the
you guys-"
Cripicola was pretty funny.
And
I
they create a
enjoyed that.
cola brand, and then the blood.
Because he's bringing up how Hell's Angels have
You
branded
can go on
themselves.
Amazon and buy a Hell's Angels shirt,
Right.
but you can't go
So-
on Amazon and buy a Crip shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the whole perspective of like the violence that is associated with them when in comparison with other forms or gangs of violence, like it doesn't
It's
even
just like,
compare.
yeah.
It's all kind of some
And it's
media
a
spin.
sorority, right? It's a brotherhood. It's the same thing as, you know, and even these
A
guys say it.
sorority.
That's what they even say. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's
I
a
think it would
club.
be more of a fraternity.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. I'm an idiot. Though.
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah,
problem with gangs, the reason why something's a gang versus being a different sort of group is because it centered around committing crimes.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of part of what it is.
Which is, you know, an interesting point. Like they talk about like organized crime. The term organized crime is just a way to separate white people crime from other communities. Because it's establishing this viewpoint of that. Oh well, white people are doing it, so it's some
more
kind of
s- it's more so-
organized
it's more
and they thought about it
sophisticated.
and ran some
Yeah.
reports or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas it's the same fucking shit.
Yeah.
So I think it's not the best show because there is like definite staged things. I think it gets into some interesting territory, but Killer Mike definitely has an interesting perspective, like the whole
Definitely.
episode of with the kids telling them they can't achieve their dreams.
Yeah,
be more
go get a
realistic and
trade.
shit, which was, you know,
It's brutal. I mean, he's obviously pushing buttons, and it's fun. Like he's exploring some shit. He got a show, and he fucking had these crazy ideas,
yeah,
and he was like, "Fuck it, let's
it's
do
an
it."
enjoyable watch. For
It-
Does LP show up more than just that first episode?
as far as I've watched, he didn't show up again.
Kimmy and I watched it, and we fucking were laughing. Like it was just fun. Because I was expecting it to be way more preachy and shit. You know what I mean? And more agenda. And it is, but it's pretty light.
See, and
actually.
that's the
It's
thing
pretty
is
light.
that with
It's just
everything
like-
going on, I guess I kind of wanted it to be more serious and
Eh.
more kind of documentative and stuff.
I don't
but-
think it was meant for that. I think
Yeah,
it was just
it's-
kind of like supposed to be entertaining.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
it
supposed to
is
make you
entertaining.
like think also.
Right.
Almost like, you know, a stand-up special or some shit. Like
Right.
you're supposed to leave there like thinking about shit, but you still were entertained.
I think it accomplished what it needed to, for sure. It's entertaining.
He's got a, you
it's
know,
informative.
his gun fucking, you know, everybody should have an AR and shit. Like, you know, he's got some whatever, but I don't know. I've been a fan of Run the Jewels and whatnot, and I like, you know, it is what it is. It was a fun show. I think he'll definitely get picked up for a second season, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think he's getting pretty good press on it. So, you know, whatever. Shout out to that dude, because that dude was a failed fucking rapper. You know, he was on Outkast albums and couldn't.
Yeah, that's what I
man.
remember him from was
The
old
whole
Out- old
world.
Outcast days.
Couldn't fucking
Such
get.
a great song.
You know, he was struggling. Like, you know, like he failed. You know, basically, he talks about it. It's pretty interesting, and like, he's working at fucking Advanced Auto Parts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now he's like a business owner and on like the art committee in Atlanta and all this crazy shit.
Yeah,
Owns like franchise barbershops, and he's got one in the fucking.
you got to meet Bernie Sanders, bro.
well, he's big time in the, you know.
Yeah, well, he kind of went next level when he got political, when he started to get involved
Right.
politically. You know what I mean?
I think that was a good move. For
But
him,
he's
too.
interesting because he does have all that shit, but he also doesn't hide the fact that him and his wife go to strip clubs and smoke tons of weed and
That was
and-
pretty funny. That he's like, I'm
shit.
supporting the black community. He's like, I can go here.
I mean, but he's like, you know, that's an Atlanta thing. Like that strip club, Kimmy was like, "Oh my god, the Blue Flame or whatever the fuck," you know, like
Mhm.
that's what they did.
I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah, I mean, we
Portland.
are in the
I'm
city
just
with
saying,
the most
like-
strip clubs per
Like
capita.
Atlanta's strip clubs are just different though. Like they're
I think, yeah. I mean, we live just about as far away from Atlanta as you can get, and I think Portland and Atlanta are probably
a little different.
very dissimilar.
yeah, for
A
sure.
little different.
Yeah, culturally and everything else. That's interesting. I'm not mad at the show. I didn't love it, the one episode I watched, but it was cool. I mean, I can definitely see what its reason for being, and it was entertaining. So,
It's
and Killer Mike's cool, so I'm with it.
It's just silly, like, you know, because like he's like he can't take it super serious because like one episode, I mean, spoiler, whatever the fuck, but like, you know, he's like, how do I get across like how to learn a trade, right? Which is there's so many jobs in these fields that all these dudes are retiring and these kids don't want to fucking do these jobs, but We still have to build buildings.
Well,
we
not,
still
not to mention just the fact that so many people don't know how to do things
Right.
around the fucking
guilty,
house.
right?
It's
So like, how do we make a video of how to
how
fix a
snake
leaky
drain,
snake a drain or a leaky faucet or
fix
rewire
an
a lamp?
electrical outlet?
And I think there's a big push now for this kind of stuff to be in schools. Because
Dude,
really,
I
all you
heard-
had was if you were into fixing cars, there was shop, right? Like you
Right.
could take shop. But outside of that,
And wood shop, and then you could learn
and
how
then
to
it's
weld
all
and shit, at
electives
least
and
at my
shit, and
school.
you're not really getting credit. And that's the thing that's about the fucking school system that has always been, a downfall is the fact that you graduate from high school, you don't know how to pay taxes, you don't know,
Right.
how to properly save your money, how to invest. You don't know what a 401k or a Roth IRA is. Like you don't know any.
Like,
of the
I was
shit
looking
that you
into-
need to be a person.
I was looking into like, say, be an electrician, right, or some other kind of trade that pays pretty fucking well, like a family wage job, right? But to do that, it's 4 or 5 years of school. You have to test, and if you're a guy like me, 31, 32 years old,
And you're like,
who
okay,
hasn't
I'll-
done any form of math or sat down and done any algebra or any kinds of fractions and struggled at it when I was in school. I cheated and got through it and whatnot. But now all of a sudden I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do that. It's kind of hard.
Right, because it's a big
Really
commitment.
hard. It's a
too, and
huge
and
commitment.
it's like
And these kids in high school can be in algebra 2 and what's after algebra? Fucking calculus and pre-trig and trigonometry, all that bullshit, and can be going to these classes that could be applied to these credits and could journeyman out in the next 2-3 years out of high school.
But it's tough because they also have to make that decision at that age, and
Which
that's
is tough, which
and that's
is
a
tough.
problem that so many people have is
And-
not wanting,
and
not
me
knowing
in high
what they
school,
want.
no fucking way would I have done
yeah,
that.
you can't expect a 15-year-old to
no.
decide what he wants to do as
But
a
I
career
think
at that point.
If somebody could get through to me and be like, look, dude, this is your path. Like, this is what the chances of you making it in fucking music and you're going to be a fucking drummer and a rock star and all this shit is not fucking gonna happen.
Right.
And that's a
Statistically, it's not going to happen.
it's a brutal fucking reality, and it's fucking true. You know what I mean? And it took me 31 years of my life to come to grips with that fucking thought.
Oh, totally.
I sabotaged so many jobs, so many careers, so many relationships, myself, hard on, like, I've beat myself up my whole life. I've hated myself my whole life because I failed at this one thing that I put all my chips into from the moment I was 12 years old. You know what I mean?
And what's funny about that, I wonder if you have the same view that I did with money at that point, where it's like, you know that you should be saving and that you should be looking at all this stuff. But like when I was going through the whole musicianship and expecting that to work out, you just kind of imagine that, well, it'll be fine. Like I'm just going to have a bunch of money one day.
Yep.
Like it's just going
Same,
to
same.
happen.
Yeah.
And that's just not the reality.
I'm
going
gonna just stumble into a pile of fucking
and
cash.
then I can take care of all these things.
I'm gonna buy my mom a house. I'm gonna fucking do all these things that you see, and I believed that shit at one
Oh yeah,
point.
well, I did too. We all did.
You
and I
know,
think it's
like-
kind of ingrained in us as especially our generation too, of the MTV Cribs generation, you know.
And us, we did it on some level, on some scale. I did go out and play music.
Oh
right?
yeah,
like
I feel
did.
100% like we reached a point of success.
Yeah,
we
and I
reached
can't
some
take that
successes.
away from me. Like, did I make a grip of money? No, but did I make money? Yeah.
Do you have experiences that you'll always be glad that you had?
Of course.
Oh.
And I'm still doing it to this day. Like I'm playing in a group right now called Grand Royale. It's a fucking Beastie Boys tribute thing. I had ego going into this thing. Like I don't want to fucking be in a cover band. You know what I mean? Like this is weird. And like I did it. I played my first show and it was really satisfying and really fun. And those guys make fucking money. I've never gotten $500 from a fucking show.
You're like, God
Or
damn, I should have been in a
$375.
tribute band.
I don't
that
want
whole
to talk.
time.
I don't want to put that shit on blast. Sorry, that was figurative numbers. It doesn't matter. But
You
for
got paid $50.
$50, but for an hour, for a 90-minute set, which I've done in multiple groups for a long fucking time, I mean, you better expect to only make $25 or $50.
Oh yeah, dude.
And you go and fucking play your soul out. Like
Well,
you're
it's funny.
fucking like, "Oh, I'm gonna play like, you know,
You put it all out there.
yeah, like you're
Every
all,
night.
It's all on your
Every
fucking
time.
sleeve, dude. Doesn't matter if there's 2 people there or it's a room full of fucking people going nuts over your shit. You know what I mean?
I,
And
I
it's just
went to a
weird.
show the other night, and I never go out to shows anymore. And I was thinking on the way of how many shows I played for free.
Oh my god,
It's
dude.
like how many shows? If I sat and put out, like, wrote down how many shows I played that I did not have,
or been told like you're getting experience.
or right, or just like you're opening for this person, super cool, huh?
Oh yeah, cool, man.
You know, and there is value in it, of course, because I mean the stories are fucking alone incredible in that life experience.
And you have to go do those things.
and
You
can't
have to
f-
play for free, and you have to say yes, and you have to put yourself in weird predicaments, and fucking, you know what I mean? Because like when you're young, you're not gonna turn down any fucking gig,
Yeah.
right? But
Because you want to play. You want to perform.
wanna
That's what you
fucking-
want to do.
That's what you want to do. That's the only way to do it. And if something sticks, great. Like I had a good run with the group for a while, dude. Like we did a lot of shit, and I never would bash that. It was fucking great, and it still is. Like I made lifelong friends. That's huge. You know what I mean?
It's just
Like-
like this podcast. If it doesn't fucking end up being
It's the
a
same thing.
monetary thing, it's
It's the
still
same thing.
looked back on as like how fucking cool that we did.
Nothing
that.
I've ever done has been like super successful. And
But
it-
the
but
point
it-
is, they need to teach more life shit in school.
But long story short, if I had somebody be like could just fucking like show me a glimpse of how hard it's gonna be versus like you could do this and that, right? Like I could still play drums and I could still do this shit.
See, that's
and you
where
could
it's
learn
at.
a fucking skill. It would have
That's
been
where
huge.
it's at because I had
It would have been
people
huge.
that were trying to give me the glimpse of how hard it could be and the low possibilities and shit. But instead, that just fueled it for me more.
Totally.
Of just like, well, fuck you. Like, you don't know. I'm different. I'm special. I'm going to, you know.
There's no one like me.
But actually showing the balance of being able to do those things while pursuing something that is reliable or whatever. Or, you know,
I think just balance is so fucking huge.
balance, man.
For like a young person. And I mean, even for all ages, it doesn't fucking matter. Like I'm completely out of whack right now. You know what I mean? Like it's all work. I'm stressed the fuck out. Like there's
But
no
you're-
fun.
you know.
There's no like I've never felt more like an old like this was it. Like I was working. It doesn't matter. I was just working. It was my birthday. That's fine. But it was just strange. It was just like, well, this is it because like. Nobody, the world doesn't give a fuck, and nobody cares that it's my fucking birthday or anything. And people who depend on me don't give a fuck, and it's just or whatever. Like nobody gives a shit. Period. And I, for the first time, I'm like, I'm a fucking grown up, and this is. But no, it's just weird.
Grown
Like
up, the world doesn't give a fuck.
doesn't give a
about
fuck.
it. And,
You know, and when you're young, you feel like.
you feel like you're special.
You give a fuck. Everybody fucking cares about me. Oh, I got fucking 150 fucking birthday fucking wishes on Facebook. I don't have fucking Facebook. I had 2 text messages for my fucking birthday. You know what I mean? My 2 cousins remembered, which is cool.
Nobody remembers anymore unless it's on Facebook. That's the
Yeah.
only way people
And
remember
I
birthdays
never
anymore.
hardly look at Facebook, so I don't fucking say.
And I'm
happy
not being
birthday
like,
to
oh,
people.
boo-hoo me or whatever, but it was just like that weird.
I want him to start crying.
No,
now.
just that weird moment of like, well, yeah, I mean, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You make up all this big shit in your head, and like, you know, your whole life is this like thing, but
But it's
Like-
not. You're the star in a movie. It ain't your movie.
yeah,
You're the,
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're the star, it's
No,
your
it's
movie.
A big cast. It's fucking Love Actually.
Huge.
It's Lincoln.
I don't know where I was trying
It's
to
an
go
ensemble.
with that shit, but it was just I just had that moment of like, I'm not a fucking kid anymore. You know that weird. I haven't been a kid for a while, but like, responsibility is weird to take on. When you fight responsibility or fight truth or fight who you really are or whatever the fuck, you know, we all like
Oh,
put on
yeah,
these weird
dude.
masks. And when you finally just like kind of accept like, yeah, you're a big fat fuck and you fucking work and you fucking work hard and you're going to have bad knees and a bad back at one point and probably no retirement, and
Oh, yeah.
and you're gonna die alone. But like, you know, like all these weird fucking things. And it's like you probably did get cancer at like 45 and you're gonna die. I'm just kidding. But I get dark. But
No, but I feel you. I spent years and years fucking fighting the system and corporations
Yeah.
with bullshit.
and I'm never gonna be that.
And then I find
it's
myself,
failure for
and then I
that.
find myself in the middle of it.
You're
just being
writing
like
corporate
corporate
USA.
America,
and I'm
fucking
writing.
filling the shit.
I'm wearing steel-toe boots and a hard hat. I am now my fucking father.
And
You know what I mean?
And
like,
it's tough because sometimes
which
you
isn't
go,
a bad thing. I love my
but
dad,
sometimes you go, fuck, I kind of wish I did things differently. But
Yeah.
then also, like, you have to look back on those things and,
And
go,
you can't
but
like
fuck,
beat
that was.
yourself up.
But
or,
the thing is, we had fucking one-of-a-kind experiences that fucking few people. Like, the other day, somebody was talking about some weird shit. And the Skinwalker fucking story came to mind, dude, of when we got chased by Skinwalkers.
oh my god, that
And-
happened.
And dude, and that's what's so crazy is then you look back on that and you're just like, wow, just even that story and experience, all the things that led up to it. Because then even trying to explain to people, I'm like, well, I was on this tour and we were going across America and we did all these shows and fucking like, you know, all these things that lead up to just a moment.
and then my
like
buddy
that.
started playing porn and fucking
smoking
smoking
ciggies and
ciggies.
shit. Like, you know, there's so fucking. It's tough, man. We all get fucking down on ourselves and fucking have to get to the point of being like, oh yeah, birthday's like cool. Like, you know, for the past few years, it's been like, oh, my birthday is like, hopefully I get to have a good dinner.
Right.
That'd be cool.
And that was what I was gonna go do. Like we had, you know, my girlfriend like had reservations at Portland City Grill. I've never been there. That's fucking cool.
Fancy.
Gonna go eat a nice dinner, right? You know, and I had to cancel because it's like, well, shit, I have to be up in 5 fucking hours.
Yeah, you find out you got to work at 1:20 in the morning
Yeah,
or whatever. Like,
right.
It's just
it'll
crazy.
take the wind out of your sails real quick.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it was
well-
a weird day, dude.
Welcome to the Triple B Sadcast, everybody.
But it's just
This
like,
is the sad cast.
I don't know, man. I know, like, obviously, my job right now is not like the career I'm gonna be in forever or whatever, and it is what it is.
And
but
you're
like,
also just getting into it. And fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
but I gotta pass the CDL test. I failed. Fuck.
You'll get there.
Hey, happy birthday,
Thanks, dude.
man.
Thanks.
It's fucking good to see you, buddy.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
in the United States of America, the majority of us have to work our entire lives
Yeah.
to be able to
Do anything.
support our families,
Right.
and that's just the way it is.
You know, I was so upset.
Some of us get lucky.
recently, and then
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, well, you know, also at least I don't work for the government, and like I'm not getting paid.
I
you
know, right?
Furloughed.
I guess it could be worse. Like, think of those people that fucking made all these choices to get into a position of like, well, I got that cushy government job.
But it's a reminder also at the same time to take advantage of the moments that you have when you're not working,
Yep.
the people that you do have in your life that care about you. You want to maximize those times, right?
I agree, man.
It's
Yeah.
I think that's important. That's easy to lose sight of.
And it's like, again, like, say if you're working 70 hours a week or something crazy, right? You have to, like, it feels like work sometimes to take a day off or to, like, go walk outside or, like, do anything for yourself. It doesn't matter what it is, positive or negative, right? It feels like
You're doing something, so you're releasing energy, and you're like, ugh.
super fucking important. Because, like, right now, not to, like, you know, whatever, but just where I'm at and where my girl's at, you know, we're about to have this kid. And she's working full-time. I'm working full-time. I have a lot of, you know, there's just a lot of things going on. And we're both just kind of like, fuck, I'm exhausted. I just want to fucking quit.
Oh yeah, man.
I just want to fucking curl
and
up.
that's the grown up
Go to
parenthood.
bed.
You have these times where you're like, holy shit, like we haven't just like chilled for a fucking
Yeah.
couple weeks,
Right.
like just even for a night. You
She
know,
was just like the other day, she's like, I want to go camping. I was like, yeah, me fucking too.
and it's
I wanna
gonna
get my-
be a bit.
I want to get my kayak out and just fucking go to the river and fucking scream fuck at the top of my lungs where nobody can hear me and take my shirt off by myself on a beach and be just totally free for a second and not be completely riddled with fucking crippling anxiety and self fucking doubt and fucking a mind full of negative, the worst thoughts you could ever fucking imagine.
a glass case of emotion.
Yeah,
last
dude.
case of emotions.
I'm like been forced to fucking drink whiskey or fucking vodka these last few weeks.
Vodka.
Jesus, I don't even drink. Can you tell? Brings us wound a little tight right now. Oh, but life is beautiful. It is though, and it's just the push and the pull, right? It's whatever.
Yep.
Sometimes it's fucking awesome. Sometimes it's total shit. And even though right now feels like it's not total shit, it's still beautiful. There's so much good going on, and we're so fucking lucky to be fucking.
Even with like
Just
because that's what
everything.
we have to remember too. Even in the state of things and fucking also being part of the system where we got to work 40 hours a week and shit is like in one of my classes I was learning about during World War II. Like we don't even in an economic sense think about how we have the right to buy something. Like we don't think about purchasing something as a right. But in World War II in America, we had to shift all production to things for the military and for the war. So there was a shortage of regular goods that people actually need. So you had to get a limited amount of purchase coupons for goods. So like you'd have to have a stamp for gas that said you were allowed to buy so much gas. And then there became a whole black market for that because fucking people were trying to be able to buy things like toilet paper and shit.
Of course.
And it's crazy. They just remember that, oh, yeah, like we're just like all through human history, there's times of just complete and utter fuckness that we don't even think of. But in that time, it's just survival as well. So we're all right, man.
Yeah, it's all
We're
good.
all right, regardless
good.
of everything.
Sorry, boys. Just a lot of things on my mind right now.
Could be 100 years ago, and you're fucking.
I've been up since 12:30 a.m. today. It's what time right now?
Doesn't even matter.
7:30 at night.
You don't have to work tonight, right?
Fuck no, dude.
Oh, thank God.
Back Monday.
Thank God.
It is crazy though. Your schedule's nuts, bro.
There's it, man. When you get into that, when you're in the cycle of kind of just work, and then
And you have
you're
more
not
time.
happy in what you're doing in your job, and things start to like feel like they're falling down, like
Ugh.
so much negativity. That's the worst. When you get in that cycle,
dude.
that's the worst.
Yeah, what do you
I'm
do,
there.
man?
I got just
'Cause
fucking
I've been there
crazy
too.
people around me just yelling. I don't want to put anybody on blast, but dude,
Don't yell at me,
there's some
right?
dude.
Don't
I've been,
fucking yell
I've
at
been
me.
treated like a piece of shit the last 3 months. Like at times great, but other times like it's just a piece of shit. And I've never been talked to this way in my life. I've never had anybody just fucking flip out on me and just go fucking ape shit, and you're just like, oh fuck. You know that feeling like when you were a kid and you just got in trouble, and that feeling comes over you, your stomach stinks, and you feel. I'm a grown ass man, and you're fucking talking to me like that, dude.
Right.
Like I'm not gonna say any fucking names or whatever the fuck, because maybe somebody will listen to this one day. But it's 1 a.m. on my birthday, and I walk into a room, and this dude unloads on me
Yeah.
because I whatever, and I'm like,
Well,
What?
you're kind of skipping over whatever you did. No, I'm just playing.
I
Hey,
text-
shout out
I
to
text
Prince, by the way.
it doesn't
Prince
matter.
Prince Strickland. Shout out to Prince. He's
unreal.
chiming in. How you doing, buddy?
Prince, the
The
magic man.
studio's lonely without you, man. I need you to
Where's he
get
been?
back in here.
Where's he been?
Took a little break,
Good, you got to.
I was
but
thinking-
thanks for tuning in, man.
I follow fucking Prince on Instagram. He's been flipping eggs and fucking eating sushi and
I
having
was
a great
thinking
time.
of Prince recently because I saw a man that looked just like him, but he wasn't quite as.
But it
handsome.
wasn't him.
Wasn't quite as handsome.
Dude,
Huh.
imagine how big Prince's dick is.
I've seen it. It's
He's got a
He's
hog.
got a swinger.
That
it's
dude
a,
fucks,
a
dude.
farmer's market zucchini.
Yeah, that dude fucks.
The eggplant emoji is
The eggplant
accurate.
emoji.
He'll be like fucking.
personified.
What's the lead singer in fucking the Rolling Stones?
Mick Jagger.
Yeah, he'll be Mick Jagger. He'll be shooting loads at 75 and fucking landing.
Yeah,
And
no sweat,
landing?
no problem.
And landing.
Dude.
Wait, so some people just shoot lows, they don't land?
Yeah. That's real, dude. There's dudes that cannot knock girls up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Landing, like hit
strong
the mark.
swimmers.
I thought you meant like making it to a surface.
Like Schmishmershin will still be on the table.
Yeah. Like Prince, we're 80 here.
just vital.
Should we bring
vitality?
Yeah, man. Good for Prince, man. Big old dick. Seems like he's got like a fucking strong family going on right now. Fucking
Strong
fantastic.
life.
His son like fucking playing violin like a
Dude,
motherfucker.
That kid is.
Talented as
Oh
shit.
man, I haven't
That
seen
kid
him
can
in a
do
while.
anything.
He's smart, bro. Like I don't know him. I know him through the internet. I maybe met him like a few times when he was like a little kid and shit, but like I mean, they were looking at violins the other day and it was like 40 grand or some shit. I'm like, I hope Prince has 40 grand just to fucking nut out on a violin, dude. I was like, that would be so sick, dude. Just buy your kid a fucking $40,000 violin and go, here you go, kid. Fucking be Mozart, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Be who?
You fucking
Be who?
Listen to how he says it.
Mozart, you motherfucker. He probably, dude, that kid, didn't he go to Japanese school? He probably speaks like 19 languages. He's probably hung like a fucking.
I love that you think it's Mozart.
It is. Let's fucking move on.
Mozart.
All right, let's
Mozart.
get back on topic here, guys. The fucking tapes of fucking Ted Bundy, dude.
The Ted Bundy
the best
tapes.
serial killer of all time.
Best serial killer.
The evergreen killer.
He's the
bro.
best one.
Dude, he's up there. I mean, if you're gonna rate a serial killer, you know they're not good people, but
I mean, I would put Bundy up there. Definitely.
He's up there,
He's
dude.
got a good.
necrophiliac,
He's got a big body count.
right? Lot of girls. Lost his shit, like went on rampages,
And
right?
also just the
Es-
unexpectedness of
escaped
who he
from
was.
prison twice. You know what I mean? Like, dude, unbelievable shit. A complete psycho. Good looking dude. Normal upbringing. Wasn't raped. Fucking mom and dad. Solid.
But then,
You
like,
know?
it touches on, I feel like he over extrapolates
He
his
does.
childhood
He does.
innocence and stuff.
But he
Because he
was-
knew what he was doing, even with the tapes and the conversation. He wanted to set his own
Right.
story. But
Once he fucking started talking in like third person.
Where are these tapes? Where's this at?
Netflix, dude.
The flicks, huh?
Yeah,
the
man.
flicks, man. And it's kind of perfect timing, too, because there's a movie coming out where Zac Efron plays Ted Bundy.
Zach Efron is a good-looking kid.
He is.
And Ted Bundy was a
One
good
of the-
looking dude.
I think Zach Efron's a little too good-looking.
Yeah, he's definitely more good looking than Ted Bundy. But that was the thing about.
I mean, Ted
Bundys.
Bundy was good-looking for a serial killer.
Yeah,
Right.
true. Like he gonna do that.
But dude, Ted Bundy fucked. And then he killed him and then fucked him again. It was unbelievable.
Okay, well,
I mean, that's a common serial killer.
when does
trait
this?
For sure.
What's the movie? Extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile. When does that
That's
come out?
correct. I don't know. The trailer just dropped yesterday.
All right, I'm gonna go watch that. I'm gonna go watch that trailer right after this podcast.
Yeah, I think.
I'm so into Ted Bundy right now. It's unbelievable.
See, damn it, because I hadn't started watching it yet. I watched that trailer, and then I saw that the Ted Bundy tapes was out, so I didn't get that. I wanted to really learn it, dive in deep, and then see the.
Can I
trailer.
say extremely wicked, shockingly evil, and vile?
It's hard to say.
Too long.
It's
Too long of a name.
It should have just called.
Cut it down.
Should have just called My Buddy Bundy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Ted Bundy movie.
the
have you-
Ted Bundy movie.
Have you guys seen the Ted Bundy movie?
They should just call it that, huh? The Ted Bundy
yeah,
movie.
what the fuck, dude?
Just like the Dahmer movie,
Right.
but it's called My Friend Dahmer.
Dude, I don't know. Like, this documentary obviously just goes through his whole fucking life, right?
The
And
Ted Bundy tapes.
it's this guy like got like 120, 130, 150, who knows, to 100 hours of fucking tapes. I don't
100, 105, 100,
Yeah.
6,
you
107.
know, let's just knock them all out. You know, I don't want to, you know, be fucking saying false things over here. But, you know, he fucking went and interviewed him. Obviously, they were getting nowhere because he's a psychopath, and he wanted to write like a Hollywood fucking movie
Yeah.
about himself. And then he's like, fuck it. He got all drunk one night. He's like, maybe I'll try to come at him and like get him talking in like the third person. You know, and then he just starts going through all the shit in third person, so he's not incriminating himself, and starts talking about all this shit. But dude, he was like, dude, it's a really crazy story.
Ted Bundy scares me because it's like, oh, like you could be a normal person serial killer.
Yeah, you.
I could do it.
No, I know you're a fucking complete psycho. It's unreal.
Nah.
You know, you kind of look like these days.
Huh.
The dude that does all the album reviews.
Oh yeah.
And all the like women slashings.
I should start doing
Ted Bundy.
album
You know what I'm
reviews
talking
and
about?
telling
Do you know who I'm talking about?
people. No, but I would like.
What
some
is it?
ideas.
Needle
Try-
drop or
Trying to
something
think
like
of
that?
some other ventures, man.
I look like Jumpin' Jack Flash Jones.
You do.
Yeah, the third.
Your future son. I was thinking about starting my own podcast where I just listen to NPR for 10 minutes and then I just fucking commentate on like
That'd be cool.
how I know what the most important thing is.
Yeah, because you're really smart.
Have you guys? Have we talked about this? The show You on Netflix.
No, I keep getting recommended it and it makes me mad because I'm like, it seems like it's up my alley, but it's also an executive producer of Riverdale. It's definitely got that vibe of like it's intended for women, but I guess
Yeah, and
it's
you're
2019.
sexist.
It's definitely not intended for women.
Really?
No.
See, I thought it was more of like all right, we're gonna show you to be careful. Better be careful.
Don't touch a
But
butt
then I
pussy.
also heard that it has like American Psycho vibes, which I can
Yeah, I
dig.
guess.
So I just figured
It's,
because
it's kind of somewhere. So this dude Joe, and he's really good at using social media and the internet to find out about people.
Mm.
So he meets a girl, and he kind of can.
He Mr.
He's good. And he's good.
Roboter?
Yeah, he's good at reading people as well. So he meets a girl. He works at a bookstore and meets a girl
What happened?
that's hot and attractive or whatever. 69.
Holy fuck!
It's minute 69.
You scared me. I thought I was dying.
But then he knows how to.
dying.
I'm so tired. I was
He
like,
knows how to
"Oh."
get into her social media and like figure out who she is based on what she does.
Oh, I've
and-
been wanting to see this.
Because he stalks her.
And he's a
wants
stalk-
to-
Okay,
he's-
I've passed this over so many times because I'm like, this is gonna be the G word. You know what I mean?
I put it on the first time I put it on. I was like, not now. I'm not into this. Like you have to kind of get past like the first half of the first episode and kind of get into it, and then you go, oh, I see what this is.
So
about.
let me ask you this, because this is what has worried me about this show: is it a slow build up, or is it like,
or does it
the-
get right into the rape?
Yeah,
Right. That's what
not
he's
the
trying.
rape, but
that's
the
what-
murder and
that's what
shit.
he's- right? Does he just go right in? Fish
It gets
finger?
into it pretty quick. I think I'm halfway through the season, and I've already been like, oh shit, like 4 or 5 times.
Titties,
so-
titties,
Maybe a little bit.
full dick,
No, I don't think dick.
man butt.
The main girl, what's her name? Becca or something like that.
Rebecca.
She's hot.
But it's a good watch. It's suspenseful.
Yeah, it's pretty
fucking-
good. I mean, it's interesting. I'm
Is
not,
it,
it's not the
like,
greatest
well-
show of all
is, like,
time or anything.
cheesy or like good dialogue, well shot, good looking people. I like
it looks like it's shot pretty well.
Yeah, there's some-
I like my shows with like good looking people and stuff. I
It
don't
looks like
ugly-
some good looking.
It's good looking people.
All right,
Riverdale
yeah.
cast.
I don't like ugly.
And the people that aren't good looking are like specifically not good looking.
Right,
Like,
right.
oh, hey, fat guy with a
Right.
beard.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He's the
me.
nerdy guy.
Me, man. Yeah.
Speaking of social media shit, I watched that movie Assassination Nation.
That's right. How was that?
Did I talk about that last episode?
No,
I
we
don't
didn't
think
talk
so.
about it.
Yeah. Fill me in.
That's the girls, right? Like 4 girls.
Yeah, it's about this group of teenage girls, and basically their fucking town melts down into the purge because of some fucking social media shit.
Really?
But it wasn't that good. It was all right. Like I actually I enjoyed it, but I don't know how
The best
many
review. It wasn't that good.
I don't know how many people would enjoy it because it's definitely a bit over the top in the whole like teenage girl perspective. But basically, they live in this small town and shit, and then somebody hacks the mayor and dumps all of these photos that he was actually like cross-dressing
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
dudes and all
yeah.
this shit. But then it starts spiraling out of control, where then all these other random innocents from the town are getting their shit put on blast and uploaded, all their shit hacked.
Right.
So then it starts exposing everybody for who they are, and so it had some good social commentary and some technology commentary, but it was definitely more intended for some younger audience.
Yeah.
But some over the top shit, some good violence and fucking
Good
Titties?
old fashioned
Titties?
violence.
yeah. I think there's some titties.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
definitely some sex and
Fuck yeah.
there's even some raping.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Wait a minute! Don't
Oh.
get too excited.
Yeah, don't celebrate too hard.
But
Oh.
that's
Pal.
My
so,
bad.
It was fun. It was an entertaining hour and a half, just fucking whatever.
All right. Well, I got one for you, boys.
Oh yeah,
I watched this show on. It was this festival called the Fire Festival.
you watched it.
Yeah.
You watched the Netflix one or
Which
the Hulu
one?
one?
Netflix.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't.
There's one on Hulu also.
Yeah, I'm not a Hulu guy anymore.
But see,
Oh, why not? Because it was the
What?
best thing ever.
it
yeah.
still is. But I don't do Apple TV anymore now that I have Netflix on my fucking Comcast. I'm a one button click guy now, dude. That's it.
so I watched the Hulu one. I didn't finish it. I watched about half.
I heard the Hulu one was maybe a little better.
Really?
The
That's
Hulu one
why I
had
st-
interviews with the main guy
yeah,
that the Netflix one didn't have.
yeah,
I
that's
guess.
what I thought was interesting. And that's
Well,
why
they
peop-
didn't interview him at all. in
and
the
that's
Netflix.
why people say it's kind of like each you gotta watch both because it's like different sides of the coin.
Yeah.
The Hulu one actually focuses more on the creator himself. I can't remember what his name is right
He's
now.
a psycho.
Josh douchebag.
But that's the thing is like, is he really a psycho?
Yeah.
I mean,
He
he's
seems like a psycho.
He's a fucking psycho,
but
dude.
he's also just
Liar.
like a product of the system in this fucking
That cake is
culture
good,
and
man.
like
Trying
this
to
whole
lie.
idea of what it is to be successful. Like they talk a lot about this whole idea of, you know, all you know is you're gonna make a lot of money even though you don't have the fucking right idea. And
Which is
plan.
what we just talked about.
Right. So
That's
that,
what we thought we
so
were.
that's what was odd about the Hulu documentary was that it kind of made me. Maybe that's why I didn't finish it because it kind of made me feel bad for
Well, I
him
related.
inside with
I
him.
related with that dude. I met people like him on a smaller
Yeah,
scale,
totally.
but I've been involved with people like him on a smaller scale, obviously.
Some promoters and
You
shit,
know,
yeah.
those people who
Some
just
artists.
over promise crazy shit and then get themselves into a fucking pickle, and then friendships get ruined and feelings get hurt, and you
Right.
know things. People lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, like just gone, that they'll never get back. Like he did some shady shit. He overpromised this thing. No matter if he's a bad guy or a good guy, he promised this fucking really exclusive fucking music festival on this private fucking island, and you were gonna have these badass like Coachella type tents, you know,
He failed in virtually every capacity. Like the whole
100%,
thing.
the whole thing. It never happened, but he did fly people out there, and they were just stranded, fucked.
That's the thing. It was
Music-
kind of tight.
Dude,
Yeah.
it downpoured like the night before, and all the beds and all the tents soaked. And it turned into like almost chaos, like every man for themselves type shit out there. Like he got them all drunk at the bar when they flew in, and they're like, finally, like, where the fuck do we go? Like, I got a bungalow.
Those the pictures of the meal that they were given. The
The slice of the fucking bread with cheese on it.
yeah, like a little salad.
It's real shit.
And it's like I really
It's
hope that
crazy.
the people that happened to though saw that as less of a slap in the face and more of a reality check. You know, of like your fucking money doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Doesn't
If you
mean
get
shit.
stranded on an island, you can't do nothing with your money.
But like what he did is he like brought out top models and modeling. You know, Ja Rule or whatever the fuck.
Ja Rule.
One of those dudes.
Well, that's the thing. The marketing was on point.
But
Like, they
it
brought
was
up-
like literally just for that one day. Like they did all this promo from this like one shoot, you know? And then they never updated it and they just wrote on this. And he like it's just really nuts. Like he had a gay dude working for him that was like one of his good friends and like a business partner, like knew him when he was young. And he was like, dude, I need you to take one for the team. Go suck this guy's dick. And he was like a top like you know, like government dude or whatever the fuck. And the guy was just he like was going to go do it. Like he went to go suck this guy's dick and shit. It was just it was pretty tight. I related with that.
What, you wouldn't suck a dick for your friends?
No, that's why I said I related with it. I've done it.
So the first part of the HBO Michael Jackson thing, Leaving Neverland, is apparently out,
No way.
Oh.
I'm watching that tonight.
and I'm already reading terrible.
I can't
things.
stop eating this.
I can't
cake,
stop
man.
eating that fucking cake either. I got a headache.
You're reading terrible things.
Terrible thing. Not like terrible. Like not that it's not done well, but that it really
Nice, dude. Keep going.
shows how awful things were, and that
Carrot cake's so
That's
good.
sucks.
not good.
Well, it probably was awful, dude.
I mean, that's the.
I want to
yeah.
believe Michael Jackson was this like saint and awesome dude, but I mean, I think he has some skeletons for sure.
Yeah, I think we all wanted to believe that. Anybody who's a fan of his music wants to believe that,
Of course,
you know.
I think he had some skeletons for sure.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, fuck.
Cake all over.
I mean,
He was R. Kellyan, huh?
I mean,
People are saying that it's very explicit,
believe what you
very
want.
disturbing.
He was
So
really.
I don't know. I don't even know if I want to watch it. Like I don't know if I even.
He was really abused as a child, and that shit. Normally,
Are you gonna watch it? You'll watch it, of
fuck
course.
yeah.
Abba, you gonna watch it?
I don't have HBO right now, but maybe I'll download. I'm sure the lady might be interested, unless it's fucking incriminating. I guess then she might be.
Sounds like it is.
She
It's-
might have
It
the
sounds
same
like
stance of you.
it sounds like the witnesses are coming across as very credible, and I don't know.
well, you know, it.
It makes me sad.
And he's dead, and you. It
I mean, nothing's gonna change, right? You're not gonna fix. What do we? I mean, what is this like?
happened.
At
happened.
best, it's a warning as a precursor for what could happen. Maybe people will look out.
Yeah.
You just dropped your.
Yeah.
If you could stay away from the cake for 13 goddamn
But I
seconds.
think I think that's the thing is that our heroes are fucking. You
Dude,
just
I-
don't know them, and now that we live in an age where everything's so connected, like You know,
It's a
gonna
fucking
come more
nightmare
and
on the
more
ground
out.
too. There's cake everywhere.
I believe it.
Oh my god, that was fucking.
I just watched.
I had a sugar
I
headache.
finally watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
How was that?
I want to see it.
Really good.
I want to
actually.
see it.
And I was very. I was not expecting it to be very good, despite the reviews. I was just like, whatever. I can't expect them to do this right.
It only has like a
And-
66%.
And it was hard for Rami Malek to win me at first in that role.
Because he's him. He's Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really. He does look like him, but he doesn't.
But he does though. Yeah, exactly. There's just this
Weird.
weird part where it's like
He does, but he doesn't.
I think
He's like a
it's
little
just
smaller.
He's a little smaller. His eyes are a little buggier.
Right, right.
But he did a fucking great job, and I think that they did.
Is there a lot of gay scenes?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely goes
Awesome.
pretty hard into that, which I was kind of surprised that
Does
they
he like
did.
suck a dick on camera and shit?
Yeah, dude, it's just straight up, and he takes a little fucking few loads on his face.
Does
no,
he
but it's
land?
actually
Does he land?
He doesn't land though; it just evaporates before it makes contact.
This is weird.
But no,
I mean,
A weird
well,
movie
but
review.
But it's an
It's about an openly gay guy who got AIDS and died.
well, it was interesting too because
Yeah,
I guess
pipes though.
the thing is, I knew that he was gay, but that's not really it.
He lived with the chick.
Well, he like loved this lady. They were married and shit, and like he just couldn't stop cheating on her with dudes.
Yeah,
on the
he
road,
loved
basically,
the
and
dick.
He was
like,
downfall,
he was
man.
like, you know, the guys in Game of Thrones. Fuck them all.
What guys?
I don't know, like
What are you talking about?
the guys
man?
from Westeros.
There's
and
like
shit.
2 guys in Game of Thrones.
You know
that
that
were
really
gay.
good-looking dude. He goes to the brothel, and him and his chick, and then he tells the kid, the young kid, like, "Nah, you stay," and then he fucks him. Hey, don't fuck that up.
Shit, piss, God damn it, I wish I was dead.
Hey man, Froggy Fresh, rest in peace.
Do you recommend the movie, Abba? Did you enjoy it? Was it good?
Yeah, I think.
Have
it
you
was
seen
really
A
good.
Star Is Born?
And it's crazy too because watching that movie, you realize you're like, fucking Queen made so many hits.
Oh, dude,
So many hits, and they were so ahead of their time. Fucking great, man.
that was cake. Ugh.
How many B's would you give it?
2 B's.
2 B's?
Nice.
That's pretty good.
For a biopic.
That sounds like a good movie. A
For a
biopic?
Yeah. Have you seen A Star Is Born?
No, have you seen it?
I want to.
Lady
I want to
Gaga,
see
bro.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah,
I want to
we
see A
forgot
Star Is Born.
Chase is
I
just
want
gonna
to
talk
see
about
the
things he
astronaut
wants to
movie.
see.
I want to see the '90s movie. That's 4.
I watched
I want to see the Grinch.
First Man.
Yeah, I want to see it. How was it?
I,
I like a space movie, dude. I just
Me
do.
too.
I just love space.
I wish
I'm
there
a
was
space
more
guy.
space, is the thing.
Okay, that's.
But I understand that it's not really about that. It's about Neil Armstrong.
Was he a good man?
Yeah, but he had his stuff,
Was he a Me Tooer?
you know. No, a Me Tour?
Yeah,
No, I don't think they had hashtags back then.
Did he rape and pillage?
You just watch the movie. It has nothing to do with that.
All right, good.
Because
Because I like to think of my Neil
Was
Armstrong.
Buzz in it?
Buzz is in it.
Nice.
So's the other guy that
Apollo 11?
nobody remembers.
I can't remember.
Apollo 11. This is Houston.
Houston. Dude, did they show him actually go to the moon, or did they do like a fake one?
Just watch the movie.
All right.
How about that?
Was the moon landing real in this?
Yeah. Was it?
Or was it?
No, this is actually this movie is about how they faked the moon landing.
No
Really?
shit.
No,
Oh, dude, I was like, fuck.
not really.
What do you guys think?
Ryan Gosling.
Did we
Ryan
land
Go-
on the moon?
Here's my question: is Ryan Gosling
Best actor ever.
a great actor?
Yeah.
No, Denzel Washington is.
Yeah,
Good
true.
answer.
Is he a great actor, or is he just a pretty good, or is he? I mean, where's he at for you?
On my scale, Ryan Gosling. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I love that movie, The Tree Pines, or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I want to see that one.
It was dope.
Drive,
Drive was great.
I watched Drive last night.
I love
Drive
Drive.
is fucking
That
awesome.
soundtrack is so dope.
Blade
good.
Runner.
Yeah, I loved Blade Runner. He's a fucking, he's got a
He's
thing.
got good taste, it seems.
Yeah,
too.
he picks good roles.
He always
he
gets
a
the good roles.
Lars and the Real Girl or whatever. No,
I don't know.
no.
He's
what the
got those fucking piercing blue eyes.
He's good looking.
Hold
Like he's
dude.
really good looking.
He's a good looking feller.
Yeah.
Like definitely a 32 waist, maybe a 30. Like,
Would you rather take him or Keanu Reeves?
dude, that's hard. Keanu Reeves is an
That's
old
not
dinosaur,
hard.
but Gosling for sure.
Gosling. Dude, the notepad.
Ryan Gosling is
You
in
jer-
Lars and the
you
Real
jerk
Girl.
up to Gosling so hard. Oh my god.
No, but Rachel McAdams.
You have a couple of whiskeys and just
Ooh.
fucking yeah.
Speaking
what
of-
about-
Gosling.
Yeah, what about John Wick 3?
Holy
Well,
shit! I haven't seen the trailer.
You
no
haven't seen the
spoilers.
trailer?
I heard he rides a horse.
That's
You don't
not
have
actually what I
time
was
to
gonna
watch
talk
fucking
about, but-
2 minutes. Oh, really?
But John Wick 3 is coming, so that's
and
cool.
I'd rather bang Keanu.
We'll have to go get a deep dish and
Oh, dude.
and watch that movie
Yeah, for sure.
when it comes
Yeah,
out.
you were just talking about how we haven't been going to the theater as friends.
When does John Wick 3 come out?
Oh,
I
dude,
don't
we're
know,
going
probably
to,
this summer.
we are going
that's a
to
summer
see,
blockbuster.
We are going to see John Wick in theaters.
May
for
17th.
sure.
May 17th.
It's called Parabellum.
Parabellum.
Have you guys seen the Dick movie yet?
What?
Vice. Dick Cheney.
Oh, Dick
No.
Cheney. No, I haven't
not
yet.
yet.
Fuck, I want to see it.
Me too.
I've gone to the theater
but
for anything.
I
I'm just
know,
waiting for
that's the
stuff to
thing.
come out.
There's so
streaming.
much stuff out at the theater that
I kind of
want
want to go like see Vice at like one of the like a McMiniman's theater or something.
I
Like
could
if
see
There's
that.
one now, new one right by my house, Studio One theaters that they just put in, where it's just like.
Oh yeah, I
living
was
rooms
I was
and
looking that up. I want to go and see a movie there, but I kind of feel weird going in there or buying tickets without having been there yet.
shit. Right.
Because you have to pick where you want to sit, and it's like couches and shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we should get a couch.
Well, maybe we should. It's right by my house, so
We'll
we
take
can
a
fucking-
You got a
blank-
truck?
Can you? Whoa. Can we take blankies in? Do they got blankies?
I, want,
don't know.
I don't know, but you should call them live on air and ask them.
should.
I will do
actually.
it right now.
No, but you know what we need to talk about that we haven't mentioned yet is True Detective season 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have
shit.
not watched it.
I can't tell if it's great.
It's great.
Okay, it's great. Then.
See,
I've
it's
watched
it's
them.
fucking great. Mahershala Ali is phenomenal.
so
a
it's
really good
not just
actor.
great in comparison with the last season.
No, it's. I mean, obviously,
Standalone.
there's a lot still to happen. So I don't know if the story
I
ends
can't
up being.
figure it out really. He's an old dude.
What are you having trouble with?
He's got dementia. He's this case. They didn't solve it. She's still alive.
Okay, so this stuff is gonna all be explained as the show goes on, right? Like,
right, right,
okay, so we're basically looking at like 3 separate timelines
right.
where the initial case, as it's the
As it
the kids
happens.
disappear,
right.
and then 10 years later, there's like new evidence or new
'Cause they
information
find,
comes
like,
up.
the girl's still alive or something.
Yeah, and then there's him as an old man,
and he can't remember
where he's
shit.
got his mind's kind of slipping, and so we're not really sure what's going on, like what the obviously
yeah,
we know.
maybe he has something to do with it or something.
Right. There's definitely something there that he's having trouble remembering and something he's trying to hide. But we don't know what yet but it's really it's on the level of the first one. It's beautiful.
It is really beautiful.
Cinematography's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And he's really good. He's a great
Mahershala's the
actor.
shit.
I
He's
don't
so
know who
tight.
he is.
And he's the main
Yeah, and he
person
plays
for it?
such a
Awesome.
good old man too. Like
Really
he
good.
does a
Plays-
really good
huh?
job.
What
It's
else is he in?
So believable.
Like what else? Like
He was in Moonlight.
He was in Luke Cage.
I remember
he
we watched
was
Moonlight at your
Cottonmouth.
house. Remember?
Did we watch that together?
Yeah. Remember late at night.
Why did we watch the gay guy movie?
We watched it
together?
late at night, dude.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Remember the girls went to bed? We watched Moonlight.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember it now,
Yeah.
but geez, I blocked that out.
Yeah, we laid on
I
the
was
same
like, I
couch.
can't tell anybody about this.
Yeah, we spooned, dude. It was a good movie.
I jerk you off and,
Yeah,
and
oh,
then
yeah.
rub it off in
Yeah.
the sand.
Yeah, you milked my missile.
He used to rap with Hyro back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
With Hyro?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Who's Hyro?
Hieroglyphics, right?
Oh, man, I'm
That's what
starting
you're
to
talking
feel.
about?
I'm
Souls
starting
of Mischief and
to, I'm starting to feel funny.
The whole
Yeah.
Bay Area crew.
I'm about to.
Underground
I'm about to
Squad?
shove that banana up my butt so I can wake up.
Wake up!
Hello.
Well,
you know what I mean?
how about there's so many things so I'm going to start this now that I'm caught up on Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, my
I just had
ass is
to
falling
take that
asleep.
route.
God, it
That,
sucks.
and then I also want to watch Punisher 2. I'm hearing good things
I'm
about.
3 or 4 episodes in on Punisher season 2.
Yeah, your knuckles deep. That's cool.
How is it?
It's good.
Is it rapey?
Yeah, there's no rape yet, I don't think, but it's
I'm not into that shit.
it's definitely violent.
yeah. Violent sex and violent violence, and
Punisher's never been like a lot of sex.
I bet he fucks hard though.
It's
Ching
I don't know the Punisher character very well.
All I know
Um,
is his family was murdered by John Travolta, and then he fucking comes after him.
That's what happened.
That's all. I
Um,
know. That's all I know, dude.
It also feels like now that we know that Netflix is shutting down the Marvel shows,
Like, is this
Really?
gonna last?
They're just pulling the plug.
That's old news, bro.
Really?
it's kind of like, I mean, I'm into it, but we're not gonna finish the story. So
They're not gonna do Jessica Jones,
there's one more season of Jessica Jones
and
coming.
they're not gonna finish Punisher.
I mean, do we know they're not going to finish?
I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
they're
I
done.
They're
Really?
no-
I mean, it's not anybody's fault. It doesn't make sense for Disney, Marvel to put a show on Netflix anymore because
Right.
they're going to have their own service, and it doesn't make sense for Netflix to essentially
Pay all this money. for them.
advertise for Marvel and Disney now that
That's
they're
a
going to be a competitor.
That's a weird thing. That's
It is going to be weird. It depends how much they charge.
I think
too.
the line is going to be drawn.
Everybody's doing this shit. This ESPN Plus thing.
I know what the
fucking
fuck,
just-
dude. It's only $5, and I'm like, I canceled mine though.
I forgot to. Fuck.
Yeah, you
Today
dumb
was the
fuck.
Well,
day.
it's
Fortnite.
getting to the point where it's going to be a la carte cable. Essentially, you just pay for the ones you want.
I'm still paying $150 for fucking basic. Like,
The problem
Yeah, but you
is
won't
that-
be. It's only a matter of time before the other option will be there that you can
Right.
just pay for the
Sure.
channels you want to stream.
It's
I like
gotta
that.
go
I do
that
like
way,
that.
man.
I do like
It's
that.
gotta go that way. It's like fighting for marijuana legalization.
But we're going to have to live through the transition,
I
which is probably
know.
going to be expensive.
and then we're gonna get fucking old, and finally,
Right.
oh, I can finally quit paying my cable bill and just
And then
add
we're
the
dead.
channels I
Then we're
want.
gonna-
and
Yes,
then we die, and it's so our kids and our kids' kids have
right.
better options.
We're fighting this fight.
Which
for
I
them.
hope they do, man. I hope they have a better fucking option on watching
I know.
television.
I hope that they can just.
I hope they
just
can
want
vibe out so
sports
hard. I bet they. I hope they can just smoke all the weed they want
and just fucking
and
vibe.
just vibe.
Have you guys watched Valley of the Boom on Nat Geo at all?
It's news to me.
I recorded it.
You did?
Didn't watch it. Thank you for reminding me.
Valley.
I
of
don't.
the Boom?
I don't see you being interested. You like everything, so you'll like it.
Oh, dude, I'm into the tech boom.
Oh, it's about Silicon
Yeah,
Valley.
Yes. Well, it's about kind of the beginning, not the beginning of the internet, but the beginning of the internet boom, the .com boom. But it's more specifically
Mark
about
Cuban and shit.
it's about Netscape. Mark Cuban's
Oh.
in it here and there. Like
Fucking
he
course
forgot
he
about
is.
Netscape.
Netscape. I was a huge Netscape fanboy back in the day. Me and
Right,
my
of
buddy
course you were.
Brian, Big B from the EVT, we used to
Ah.
call him.
You just used Netscape.
We were Netscape kids. We were not. They put out
Windows.
Internet Explorer, and we were like, nah, not interested in
I'm
Microsoft.
Netscaping.
So it's about that, and it's funny watching
what-
how
It explains a lot. That's why you're like a fucking weird Android.
Microsoft-
Dude,
Yeah, it's like, are you on the right side of history? I
Right.
don't know now.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
know,
eventually.
I thought I trusted you.
Well, see,
but, you know.
Microsoft bullied the shit out of Netflix. They essentially, it was like a violent takeover, and Netflix or Netscape is still present with Firefox and
Really? Is that a Netscape thing?
yeah. So it eventually
Mm.
turned into Mozilla, but at the time, Netscape Navigator was the best browser available.
Mozilla,
Yeah,
Morilla,
I guess I
Magilla.
didn't really pay attention back then to what browser I was using, but you're right, Netscape, man.
Netscape. I
Netscape.
think I used like MSN for a while. Maybe
MS
Yahoo.
MSN.
No,
That's a search browser.
well,
He's
no,
talking
MSN
about,
was
like-
actually it was like they tried to do like an AOL
Yeah, yeah.
with MSN,
Oh.
so you had to sign in.
Oh
and-
yeah, fuck,
um,
that's right, man. The evolution of the
Oh, shit.
internet. So this could be interesting. This show.
It's interesting, but here's what they do. So it's like kind of half documentary, half dramatization.
So, but is it all dramatization, like a show like?
No,
they
there's
did
real
though?
interviews with real
Oh,
people.
okay.
But
They've
then
been doing
there's
that a lot. There's another show like that.
and it's kind of the
The
dramatization
Mars
part of it
versus
kind of
Mars
sucks.
show.
Yeah, it's a lot like Mars. It's like I don't know. It's like some of the acting. It's like I don't need that. I like the information I'm getting, but I don't need like
Right. You're like, give me a documentary or give
somebody
me a
acting.
movie
So they had
about
one
it.
part where they had these two guys on rapping. They had them do it like a Netscape rap.
Right, but you related with it.
Yeah, you're like, this is.
You're like, oh.
And it was
speaking
like-
of my demographic.
Yeah.
And
this is my
it
people.
was though too because it was like two old dudes rapping.
Right.
Like it wasn't like young rappers.
Dude, but
it
that's
was like
what
some
I
old
be
school shit.
seeing these days. I'm like, all the dope rappers. It's some teacher or something. You're like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Everybody can rap now. I just found out after watching Blind Spotting
Yeah.
and checking out David Diggs to find out what he was about, and he was in Hamilton. So I learned a little bit about Hamilton and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Right.
Hamilton's a musical, like one of the
Yeah.
biggest musicals in the world right now.
You didn't know
And
about
it's
You didn't know
well,
that?
no, I knew that, but I didn't know they were rapping. It's like a rap musical.
Yeah, it's a rap opera, man.
Yeah.
I remember too.
Did you know
because-
that, Chase? That it was a rap?
I didn't
musical?
know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew it was a musical.
Yeah, I heard some of because the dude that wrote it or whatever was talking
Lin-
about the very technical elements of trying to
Lin-Manuel
write
Miranda.
these songs.
I didn't know he rapped. And so I had this thought, like, okay, so musicals have been around for forever,
Right.
and people sing in musicals.
You would be great in a musical.
Thank you. But they're not singers;
Right.
they're performers.
Yeah.
But they're not like like you can't just take any singer and put them in a musical. You have to have these other skills.
Right, of course.
Yeah,
know.
exactly. It's a whole performance theater.
Don't
And-
I
but
have
now-
a nice car.
Now rapping is a new thing. Like these people aren't rappers,
No,
but they're rapping.
yeah.
Like they're really
doing it
spitting.
sick.
Like they're writing. It's not like the illest shit of all time,
Right.
but it's not.
But
My
they're-
name is something, and I'm here to say.
But
like
they're doing
rap has always been.
multi-syllabic rhymes.
this
and
happen
fucking
every-
doing
That
all-
always happens, bro. You need to
Because this is
figure
the
it out.
cutoff point, man.
It's like the reminder.
Yeah, like dudes, wrap it up. It's like the fucking wrap it up
Yeah,
box.
you're
on
talking about
Chappelle's Show.
Hamilton now. What a bunch of old fucks. And see that's the thing. We're old now because it's like, yeah, even Hamilton.
Yeah, I had the birthday
biggest
where it
fucking
crossed
musical.
over, dude. I might as well be 112.
Well, it's that
It's an
dude.
odd
So
choice.
that dude, Lin Manuel Miranda, he's going to be in The Mandalorian,
Oh, really?
which is interesting.
That's tight.
And he also
And
wrote.
that's like your kind of movie.
He also wrote
Star Wars.
the Moana. A lot of the
Definitely.
songs in Moana, the "You're Welcome," the one The Rock sings.
that song
Oh,
is
dude.
sick as fuck.
You're
Lin Manuel
welcome.
Miranda wrote that.
You're welcome.
Really? I love that fucking song.
I love that
man.
song.
I'm very confused now about art, performance art. That's too much crossover.
It doesn't even matter.
Like I
now,
don't even
man.
understand what's happening.
And
A lot
rap
of
is
crossover.
everything, like, because the kids, there's not like really new rock groups that
There
kids
isn't.
are listening
There isn't
to.
rock anymore.
Kids just listen
Don't.
to rap. Although, let me give you a tip, bro. This new band, Greta Van Fleet.
Okay.
They remind me of like some Zeppelin shit. And
All
fucking-
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That kind of style.
Yeah,
But
the
The kids aren't listening to that. Old Pops over here is listening
yeah,
to it.
Pop still listens to the Meshuggah. You know, like kids aren't fucking into that shit.
Nah.
Oh, Dad, you hear the new In Flames album? What the fuck? You know, it's Drake, bruh. It's trap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Like I finally got a Bluetooth thing for my car, so I can just play shit from my phone.
That's
and
nice. That's nice.
I don't know what to listen to. I'm like, I'd rather just listen to OPB.
Podcast.
That's
bro.
all I listen to.
I
So I'm
don't-
saying, bro, you listen to 10 minutes of NPR. I'll listen to 10 minutes of NPR.
91.5?
And then let's argue.
I know that channel.
91.5. That or 1080 The Fan. That's what I listen to.
Yeah, I listen to sometimes 101.1 conservative radio. Lars.
He just looked at
Lars
me
Larson?
and shrugged in the most like sorry bro way. It's
Oh
hilarious.
my goodness.
Got to get it from all sides.
Yeah, man, you got to
know.
poke the bear.
There's a Resident Evil series coming to Netflix.
Nobody cares.
Fucking tight.
Show sucks. Movie sucks. Game sucks. Scary shit sucks. Fucking move on.
I thought you liked scary shit now.
Yeah.
No, only on Halloween.
Oh, it's a Halloween thing.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
there is that new scary movie coming to fucking Netflix with Jake Gyllenhaal. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch The
What?
Blind Side yet? Or whatever the fucking
The Sandra Bullock movie.
the put a thing over your eyes and
You
Oh,
mean-
so you are talking about the Sandra Bullock movie?
You mean the
not
one we talked
Blind
about on the
Side.
last
you
episode?
you seen it?
Yeah, we talked about it last
Well,
episode.
let's move on. I don't give a shit. I don't even care.
I watched I.O. on Netflix. You watched that one, didn't
Oh,
you?
I did
How
watch
was that?
I.O.
It was okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was. That was one where I wish there was more space.
I like started it and I was like, I can't focus.
Fuck, is our Netflix algorithm suggesting the same thing?
Oh, dude, we're vibing.
Well,
bros.
considering that how much their content has shrunk, I don't think they have any option. But
I know.
to-
So,
Yeah,
what
it's
do
shrunk.
you think that Netflix is gonna be going downhill now?
Is Netflix MySpace? Is that what you're asking me?
Because
I
that's
don't
what
know.
some tech economists are saying.
Because Netflix feels like Facebook.
They're saying, Netflix
Does.
is like,
I
but
still-
they're
it's my
saying,
go-to.
this was the little guy that got big, and now, but they're dealing, unlike Facebook, they're dealing with actual copywritten material. So that being brought back into the owner's hands
Yeah.
kind of puts them in a rough spot.
Yeah. Well, like if all the companies start their own streaming services.
Then
I mean, Netflix. Let's be honest. Like their selling point is their original.
they have
content.
some dope originals.
They do,
for sure.
man.
But
It's-
but enough to keep you on board subscribing. If that's all that's
You
really
guys
I
remember
would.
the Ultra
That's all-
HD,
All I
4K
watch on
shit?
there.
Yeah,
I do too.
a
It's
lot of
bullshit.
good comedy.
All I watch on Netflix is the original content. Like they
Not
very
me.
rarely have movies that I'm interested in that I haven't already seen.
I mean,
anyway.
I like to go to bed to like The Waterboy or Breaking Bad, and they have that on, so that's tight.
Well, that'll change. It'll only be a matter of time
Yeah,
before
that's what
those
we're
are.
talking
on.
about.
But
that's
my
not it.
first selling point to Netflix was they had King of the Hill on, and they don't have it anymore, and that's bullshit.
The big news is about them getting rid of Friends eventually. They're going to have to let go of Friends.
Really?
And they're like, ooh, that's going to affect the
That's gonna-
subscribership.
That is. Friends is a big fucking deal.
But I think the fact that they really jumped on the original content thing and going hard at it.
Why are they
is-
going to lose Friends?
Because it's going to go back to Warner or whatever. Like, that's the thing is that, like, all these content creators that own it are now pulling back their stuff and starting their own streaming services, which eventually will just leave Netflix with its original content
when Netflix was the only real option for streaming,
for good streaming. And
it made
and
sense
good
for companies to
originals.
say, okay, well, we'll license this to you guys.
Because everybody's using Netflix. But now they're going, wait, let's be our own Netflix. We have enough content. Fuck it.
I don't know.
You know, and Netflix just is raising their rates. Hulu dropped their rates.
Good
Did
on
you see
them.
that?
Yeah, because they're the best.
Hulu went down to $5.99. Yeah, because you know what, you get what you pay for. So
And that's true, too. You know, it's definitely...
I don't
not
see Hulu lasting that. I mean, if
I do.
Netflix is going
It's the
to,
best.
But Hulu's original content, when you pair original content versus original content, Netflix definitely crushes Hulu.
easy, they
And
crush
Amazon crushes.
they crush Hulu and Amazon combined
Yeah.
with original content.
Oh, yeah.
Like I want to get behind
you have a good
Amazon's
one.
original content so hard, and I start it, and I just never. I just turn on Netflix.
There's only been a
See,
few
That's
things.
the problem with things like Hulu and Amazon. Like, yeah, Amazon does have its couple of
But you
things.
know Sneaky
but
Pete's
they're,
good.
They're stream delivery services. They're not content creators until more recently.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah.
I wish Amazon had better movies on their shit too. I just feel like their shit like never.
What do you mean? They
updates.
got UHF with Weird Al.
I know they do have that, but like I never watched it.
No, and that's the thing is they're always the third or fourth option when you go stream. You
I
know,
watched
except
Enter the,
you know,
Enter the
that Mrs.
Dragon the
Maisel
other day,
County.
Bruce Lee.
Like the actual
Original,
movie.
yeah.
That's a good one, man. That's the big one.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that mirror scene at the end.
Holy macaroni, right?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Dude. What else did I
Remember that?
watch? Because I didn't go to. I called in sick, and I watched. Yeah, I just watched Paul Bundy.
Well, no wonder your coworkers
Paul,
are yelling
Paul,
at you,
Paul Bundy.
calling in sick.
Oh, dude, I had to. I failed that test, and I fucking thought it was just like the end of the world.
You watched that Paul Bundy?
What else do we? Dude, I'm fucking tired, man. I feel crazy all of a sudden.
Yeah, you are crazy.
You're right.
So that's good.
Carl says, "Fuck Friends."
And
Yeah.
and I agree. Chandler's a fucking rapist. You know.
Chandler's a rapist?
Yeah, dude, watch. It'll come out one of these days.
Chandler Bing.
Yeah, I'm calling right now.
No way. He's
What's his
such
name?
a
Matthew
sweetie.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Me Tooer.
You don't think
Um,
it's going to be Joey that's the rapist?
Nah,
huh?
Joey was too dumb to rape. Too lovable. Too goofy.
Too goofy.
He was a
Matt
goofball.
LeBlanc, man.
What, fuck, I'm trying to think, like, what else?
I'm trying to think, like, what
Um,
else?
Should we rap? Maybe go get a bite?
I mean, we do need to celebrate your birthday
I'm
and
down.
give you a little birthday
How can
blowjob.
you even eat after eating?
Oh, dude,
We
that cake?
almost finished the cake.
that was the goal, is to eat the whole
We
cake.
almost did.
Hey, I want to say real quick, a quick shout out to
that was not quick.
Anthony Sanchez. He's having some health issues. You may or may not know him or what's going on there, but
What's wrong with this?
Yeah, man, I'm glad he's making some recovery.
there
That's
is
what-
a benefit
what's
show.
wrong?
You didn't hear it all?
No,
That's
no,
right.
no.
You're off of the book.
Oh, yeah, I don't talk to
I
any-
don't know if it's appropriate
Well, I
for
don't-
us
yeah,
to
we'll-
really.
we'll
All
talk
right,
about it
talk
off the
fair.
show,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Shout out to Anthony,
Damn.
Yeah,
praying
man.
for a quick
Drink himself to death?
and
Definitely
good
prayers and
recovery.
Thoughts. Please don't be making assumptions.
let's not make
on
jokes
that's
about
not
it right
cool
I'm
now.
not
at all.
joking.
Yeah, very positive
Um,
thoughts your way, man.
But there
It's
is
fucking
a
crazy.
benefit coming up at the Star Theater. I think it's February 20th. Let me
Star.
Was it the 20th
It's the
or the
worst
12th?
venue in Portland.
20th.
What
It's
do you
either
mean?
the
That's a big
20th or the
spot.
22nd.
Star Theater.
Oh, that's a good venue. I was thinking of fucking.
You're just mumbling awful things.
I'm
in here,
tired,
bro.
dude. I don't care, man. I'm just tired.
No, yeah, it's crazy, man. And there's
Wanna
the
wrap this.
benefit. There's a GoFundMe.
There's a
too,
GoFundMe.
right? To help pay with some medical bills and stuff.
If you know Anthony, then you'll know how to find this information
For sure.
through
He's
Facebook
a-
and,
you know.
and whatnot.
It's a fucking staple to the little, the hip hop community and the live music community.
It was really
here.
bad news, but then there's also been
There's been good
a lot
news.
of good news
Good, good,
since.
good, good.
So,
This is hard, man, because I just want to wrap this up so we can talk about this. I want to know.
well,
what's
we're
going on.
we're
I
pretty
would-
much done. So, go to triplebpodcast.com.
Go to chasesbrowneye.com. It's his birthday special.
Yeah, click.
Diarrhea
Go to that
special.
now. Go. Just type that in. Just hit.
Get the birthday boy discount.
Type that in and hit enter
Yeah.
right now.
696969 is my password to
That-
my cell phone. My phone number is 25665170505. My social security.
Okay. You're
yeah.
gonna get Assassination Nations.
Yeah, I
bro.
hope so.
You want to get assassinated?
Assassination Nation. Yeah, I hope so.
Dude, I hope we go watch Moonlight tonight. I'm in a mood, dude.
You would. Thank you, everybody who joined in on the live stream. We
sure.
appreciate you.
I hope you enjoyed us eating a whole cake.
Dude, we almost did it. If Zeb would have fucking
Just had a bite
pitched
or
in,
two. I
man,
know.
we
I
could
can
have
still.
done
I
this.
can finish that. We could split that
But we're
carrot
gonna
down
go
the
have
middle.
dinner.
Yeah,
Let's not
yeah.
do
Let's not
that.
spoil dinner.
If you didn't join the live stream and you're just listening to the audio, I hope this wasn't weird.
Which is way better than the live stream, dude. We're
but-
ugly.
but-
I'm fat.
but
Zeb's
next
fat,
time-
Abba's in shape.
Oh,
check out the live stream.
speaking of being in
Don't.
shape,
It's the
if you
worst.
want to fucking contribute to the Red Cross
Blood
the-
drive.
the Lung Association, I'm doing the big stair climb, the Fight for Air climb again this year.
Oh yeah, you always do that.
In just a couple weeks. I'm
Abba does like a lot of events and
fucking,
stuff. That's good on
climb
you.
The Bancorp Tower 5 times is the goal. It's been a tough winter, so I'm a little out of shape trying to get that cardio back, but been running and stuff in the woods, so it's good. But anyways, if you're interested in donating and helping out the cause and helping me raise money towards my pledge, then just find me on the Facebook, Abaddon, ABADAWN, or
Well,
hit
my
me up
phone
on
just
Twitter.
rang.
All right.
Anthony Sanchez Star Theater, February 22nd. That's the benefit show, or it's a birthday and benefit show for our friend Anthony Sanchez. So check that out if you get a chance, or if you can come out. If not, yeah.
And positive vibes and shit there, man.
That's
It's
it.
crazy.
Positive thoughts, positive vibes.
Absolutely.
Episode
birthday.
99 is in the books.
It's in
Man,
the books,
good
dude. We
one.
did it.
Good one,
We
boys.
did it.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
I needed you guys today.
I need to.
I think you know what, things are gonna get better. Ooh,
Things aren't even
things
bad.
are gonna
Gonna
get
get
easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
brighter. Things aren't even bad, dude. Things are great.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck the world, man. Everything's fucking fantastic.
Exactly.
All right, well, I guess that's it.
Thanks
Really
for
are.
listening.
I'm weeks away from having a fucking baby
You're gonna have a
boy.
baby.
I'm gonna be a dad. You know? I put that out there in the Fred Meyer parking lot, and guess what? It came true.
You put that out there in the Fred Meyer parking lot?
I want to be a dad,
And manifest destiny.
Hey, Zeb, I want to be a dad. And then
Yeah, you do.
we had a joke. We had a good laugh. We had a good giggle.
But little did he know that you were like, am gonna be a
I am gonna be a dad.
Yeah, I landed.
And now you're gonna be a dad.
landed. That's so good.
So what's after that?
We're done, dude.